Hey everyone, it's Gadget here. If you didn't know, we recorded this episode live on Twitch last week. So this is the live recording separated into two parts because this came out so long, I've had to split it in two. So you'll have two episodes for this in your podcast feed, but it's live, it's unedited, it's utterly chaotic, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining us this year. We really hope you've enjoyed the content that we've put out here. Stick around and hear the chaos. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Modern Escapism Christmas Party. And we're live.
Hey! Hello!
Merry Christmas!
I thought we'd never make it.
Yes! Oh my god! It's
You almost
Christmas.
didn't make it.
Hello, everybody! Let's have a quick scroll through the chat. Hello, Oodles, that's me. Nose Jam, Kieran Something, Prez Weevil, Candy Machine, that's you.
It's me.
The Go Lightlies, hello there. Acid Pearl, Deadbeat Punk, our staff member for the evening. Please look after the chat. My darling demons, Nimrod Hicks, and so many more. Sorry if I've not said your name. Welcome to the Office Christmas Party, the Christmas episode of Modern Escapism live. I am Oodles, as you already know, and I'm joined today by Gadget.
Hello.
Stig.
Hello.
Candy.
Merry Christmas.
And the one you've all been waiting for, Biggie.
Greetings.
The one we've all been waiting for.
The non-tardy one. So, without further ado, let's just crack on with it. I mean, before, what we all drinking? I'm on the Guinness for now.
I have Vocation, followed swiftly by Hague.
Oh, I love Egg Club.
Nice. I just had a Baileys and now I have wine, so I'm waiting for the curdling. So if I have to run, you know why.
As
Waiting
always,
for the curdling.
I'm sponsored by Speckled Hen.
He's on the spec.
And I have Peronis for the evening. Sorry to disappoint, but the whiskey's not coming out.
Not this year.
Not yet.
Weevil here saying Gadget could have made a bit more effort and wearing our own merch.
Yeah,
I've got some
Christmas
lovely
lights
merch on
and
today.
A hat and Biggie's got
What is it?
something.
Yeah, Pip's asking what's the starting drunk scale 1 to 10.
I've had about 3 cans so far. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
This is my first.
I'm about 1 out of 10.
I'm fine.
About 10 bottles of wine.
So for the listeners at home, this is a live podcast. So you might be listening to this in the future. So merry future to you all. But to everyone that's watching us live, thank you very much for joining us on this special occasion. But we still have to sell shit. And I know just the twinkling little fairy that can sell it to us. His name's Stig.
I've got a jumper from last year I want to get rid of. Fiver? Anyone?
I have to do this in one take as well.
One take,
yeah,
Stig.
you
No,
do.
no, I didn't around it this time. Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you like what we do and you want more, then you can head over to patreon.com/modern escapism. On there, you will find the 3 tiers that we do. First up is our Modern Escapees. For £5 a month, you will get an extended edition of this episode every month, as well as any monthly special, any other specials we do, and at least one monthly special. And you will have the ability to suggest main topics to us. If you are into Dungeons and Dragons, we do a D&D play podcast called Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep. We've just finished season 1 and it was epic. And if you want to support that for £5 a month, the Scorched Sheep tier gets you ad-free early access of the episodes, as well as access to artwork Candy does, any original music, character sheets and maps we do, and you can suggest item names and NPCs to Gadget. And £7.50, the perfect Christmas present, the Biggie Bundle, gets you everything.
Oh, mate, you did it. You did it.
Well done.
1 take, Stig.
No, normally that takes them 3 or 4 takes, and I've got
And
to
I
edit
still
it.
fucked it up.
And now, because I'm getting warm, it's time for my first costume change.
Well, while he's doing
What, your
the costume
glasses?
change,
It is
Let my hair
warm,
down.
Mike.
Here we go.
While he's doing his costume change, do we need to give the health warning for this podcast?
Yes, absolutely.
Look at that. It's glorious.
Woohoo!
It's quite
Christmas
bouffant.
bauble.
You need to do it half black and half white. You could go Cruella.
I did this for Christmas. It's supposed to be red.
It's a bit plum, isn't it?
Why is it so wide?
It's gone a bit Sideshow Bob. So, yeah, this is for you guys.
You think
It's not
that's
permanent.
impressive?
It's not
Check
permanent,
these
don't
out.
worry.
No, I'm
Hey
not.
up.
Getting the baubles out.
It's first ban. But yeah, it's not permanent, don't worry, guys. This is just for you. But I'm putting it back up because my hair's a fucking state. So yes, warning, we are live. Biggie may say something that he shouldn't say. So just a warning for you all.
Why is it just
Well,
me?
Just
Because
always
you usually
you.
say something I have to cut out. So, we have a little health warning to give because something happened to one of our listeners the other day. Biggie,
God,
would you
yeah.
like to tell the story while I get it all set up?
Yes. So,
This is serious, by the way.
friend of the show, Rogue Squaddy, sent a little message to me yesterday. Let me just bring it up. So, this came completely out of the blue in the afternoon, and he said, "So, Emmy, us, can claim their first victim. I was listening to the podcast this morning whilst driving between jobs, laughed about something, and had a coughing fit and blacked out. His van was then embedded in a hedge, and it was proper fucked." Yes.
So it's the bit.
Yeah. I'm just sticking it on the screen there for people to see said van.
Oh, that's
Apparently, we're funny.
Yeah.
Bless him. He is all right.
Thankfully, he is
Just to
well.
clarify, we're not laughing at someone's full misfortune,
And I
but
just want to
Well, there was
clarify
a little
that.
laugh there.
I want to clarify that all of this month's patron goes towards us and not him. So, fuck it.
so that was the health warning. We are dangerous.
Yeah,
Don't pod and drive.
genuinely, that happened. But
That's not a stunt. That's not. That happened.
but Rogue Squaddy, friend of the show, hope you're all right. Hope you're recovering well.
Get well
he was
soon,
fine,
buddy.
by the way. He was taken home. Yeah.
Rogue Squaddy, don't forget to give us a review, please, on iTunes.
So good you'll crash your car.
absolutely smashing.
Or Automart, whichever place you want to do it, right?
Oh, sneaky. I'm sorry you got to play darts, dude.
I know his life is so difficult, isn't it?
He's such an athlete.
So-
And
I mean,
also, I just need to make you aware that the kids are in the other room screaming. So if you hear them, just pretend it's the office party. They are loud.
And apparently, in Rogue Squaddy had 2 accidents. I won't mention the other one.
Wow.
Absolutely
Hey.
called him out.
Fucking hell.
He hurt his cock whacking it to Biggie's voice.
Wow. Okay. Well,
9 minutes in.
So let me just make you all aware of what's happening today. We're going to do the Nexus as we normally do, but a little bit different. It's going to be the Nexus of the year. So we're going to talk about our singular best things of the year in media, in procrastination in general. Then we're going to open some presents, I believe. Then we're going to go on to a main topic. Or maybe we might switch it around depending on how drunk we are. And then, after the main topic, which is Christmas themed, obviously, we're going to do some last minute wrap ups. And then we're going to go to the Patreon section, which we're going to turn this stream off for the paying Patreon subscribers. They get an exclusive after office party, which, if you're not paying, sorry, you've missed out. You've missed
There's still
out.
time, though.
There is still time. There's still time. I don't know how that works because I'm not technical at all. But yes, let's just crack on. Let's just go with it. So, this is nice. Candy, what's been your thing of the year? What's been your most favourite thing that's happened apart from us?
Well, apart from you, obviously, because I did join this podcast about halfway through the year. So thank you for that. But I've been told that I'm not allowed to talk about the podcast.
You know,
So yeah, no, I struggled a bit
joking, you
because I
are.
was trying to think of the things that I've actually done that I haven't spoken about at length on the podcast for our normal Nexuses. And I'm just going to go with the PS5. I know it came out last November, I know, so I'm slightly out, but that was only a month and there was no games for it. So,
Great launch.
do you know what? You're just lucky that I didn't talk about the re-release of Skyrim. That was my second choice. But yeah, in a year where I wasn't really able to work that much, the PS5 just did a really good job of keeping me company and keeping me busy. And I think certainly in the last 6 months, it's really started to come into its own. And as always is the case with the PlayStation, it's the exclusive titles that have kept it just slightly above the Xbox for me, despite Game Pass. And full disclosure, I do have an Xbox as well, so I'm trying to be as unbiased as I possibly can be. I think Game Pass is wonderful, and in time, I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Xbox becomes my favorite console.
Sony for life.
Nah, well, particularly once Bethesda Studios start releasing their new games.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Yeah, so
And when Hellblade comes out,
Oh shit!
looks so.
we're not going to
good.
see you for a month.
Oh no, I'm gonna platinum the shit out of that.
Nintendo for life.
I think at least Astrobot came with the PlayStation 5. At least there was something.
Well, for
Very expensive
That's
for a
not really a selling point for the
tech
PlayStation
demo.
5. This 3-hour experience game with it. That's your
But
highlight.
what a 3 hours it is.
And you also get
Yeah.
the
To be
Matrix
fair,
one
it's
now
really
as well. So wow, you don't
Well,
need to
on the
buy any
Xbox as
games
well.
this year.
Well, when you mention Astro, I have to it's really. I think one of the things that makes PlayStation stand out for me is the haptic feedback, and more games are starting to use that feature. Especially Death Stranding is the one that I played that it truly does feel kind of new gen compared to the basic Xbox controller. Like the pads feel stiffer when you're controlling like a more heavily laden Norman Reedus, and you can really feel the difference between all the guns. So I really love that controller. I know it's maybe a little bit faulty still. I'm on my third controller. Had a few faults, but we'll ignore that.
What are you doing with
What,
it?
the PlayStation 5 controller?
Yeah, they are quite buggy.
What? You've
Yeah,
been throwing it in a gamer rage, haven't you?
I
Depends what
tend
you're
to
using it for.
bite my controller when I'm in a rage. I don't throw it.
Apparently, it
Oh, that'll
I think
do
it came
it.
out this week that most people that go onto Pornhub are PlayStation 5 owners, so the haptic feedback must be doing something.
Guilty. Been absolutely rumbled. Biggie's calling people out this evening.
We're sorry, Debbie Punk has just subscribed and asked for Biggie to take his top off, so, you know.
We're not allowed nipples. I was told in the green room we're not allowed nipples. So
No.
sorry. And Biggie's all nipples.
All net.
All
All nipples.
All nipples.
All the way around.
There's one big tit.
You said it, mate.
But yeah, the exclusives for PlayStation 5. So we had Returnal, Dark Souls obviously was on release, Resident Evil 8. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Death Stranding Director's Cut, which is my game of the year once again. The Final Fantasy VII remaster came out. I know there are a lot of remasters. Ghost of Tsushima as well. The cherry on the top that was Deathloop. And
Oh, yes.
within the last couple of days, the Matrix Unreal 5 demo. So good. If you haven't played it, it's completely free, so download it. It is
It's
just
not
a
an
tech demo,
exclusive though,
but-
is it? That one.
It's not
No,
an exclusive.
it's on
but
Xbox as well.
It's on Xbox, but what I was going to say is I actually, before we started streaming this evening, I played it quickly on the Xbox, and it does run slightly better on the PS5, surprisingly.
Yes!
Yeah. So I was expecting it to be better on the Xbox, but maybe I was just unlucky. No,
Take
but
that,
yeah,
Xbox fuckers.
that's not really the point I was going for. Okay.
We're supposed to be agnostic.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And also,
I love you,
50p
Xbox
and Biggie
fuckers.
tonight.
He's just had his tea, hasn't he? So he's on fire.
He's happy.
Yeah. Full up. Mm.
And yeah, just oh,
I
no.
want that as a soundbite. Full up.
I will make that happen for you, Oodles.
Thank
It can
you.
be your text tone.
I need it. I need it.
See what I have to put up with. Yeah, and just excited for the future with Xbox, with PlayStation, God of War Ragnarok and Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, yes.
PS5 for me.
PS5. Good shout. Good shout. Anyone in the chat want to retort on the PS5 before it's too late and we move on?
Sneaky said my PS5 controller battery is shite. Doesn't last anywhere near long enough.
Actually,
No.
that is true. Yeah, I've got a little USB thing next to me. I just keep it plugged in the whole time.
Although I did hear somebody say that the notice it gives you that it's going to run out is actually quite early.
Yes.
You do get quite a bit of juice
It's a
out.
quarter left.
Yeah.
I think you get a quarter left.
Yeah, unlike the PS4 where it used to pop up saying, "Oh, your battery's about to die dead."
Yeah, you're in the middle of a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, but we all know that even though the controller does tell us, no one ever charges it until it actually runs out.
Mate, I charge it like once a week. But yeah.
Also, thank you, Anard Vark, for subscribing.
Oh, Vic, cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you very
thank you.
much. Thank you
No
very
nipples,
much.
no sub.
Yeah, no refunds either. Sorry. We don't know how to refund it. I don't think Gadget probably does. It's called Gadget for a
Spunk
reason.
says, I'm glad you can spend £50 now on plates to make it less ugly.
Yeah, dude. No, I was looking. I want the purple one, obviously, and anything to stop. It's literally near my knee now, under my desk, and I feel like it's making fun of me. It's like a bully.
Well, I mean, it is bigger than you.
Yeah, it's calling me names.
It weighs more than you.
It does.
Definitely weighs more than him.
Do you know what I
It's
think the
looking at
white's
me,
grown on
being
me, though?
horrible. It's grown on you like an ugly child.
Nosejam saying he hasn't played much on PS5 since Returnal, but there's too much good stuff on Game Pass.
I mean, I've got Switch and PS5. I had Xbox, but I've noticed on PS5 I'm playing PS4 games, so I can't really vouch for its exclusives or anything. Just can't do it.
Game
No,
Pass is
the one
ridiculous,
PS5
though.
exclusive, the one PS5 exclusive you've played, you hated.
Yeah, I know. It's like fuck.
I was stressing about getting Deathloop and it not turning up on time.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I put a couple of hours into it, decided to load up a Game Pass games, and then spent 26 hours on that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be getting another Xbox in New Year. I'm assuming it's got really cheap, that S again, hasn't it?
It was a good price to begin with.
I've seen it at like 240.
Yeah.
230, 240. So
X.
I want to get one for retro stuff as well.
well,
That's just
naughty.
me. No, that's official. You can use it. You don't have to hack it or anything.
For the backwards compatibility.
Oh, is that what you mean? Yeah. Is that classed as retro
Well,
now? Xbox.
Well, given the original Xbox is 20 years old, I think yes.
Don't say that.
Look, Lord of the Rings is 20 years old on Sunday.
That makes me
Yeah.
sick.
Ooh.
I said to you guys at Discord, is like, I remember paying for my own ticket to see Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's bad, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not just with family, like my own money that I'd earned from prostitution. Anyway, let's move on to Gadget.
So I want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, I'm not going to go into it, but my game of the year was Metroid Dread.
Nice.
Very closely followed by Monster Hunter Rise.
Again, nice.
But in the last week, Loop Hero is kind of bothering both of them. I'm kind of fucking addicted to it, you bastard oodles.
I'm so sorry. And anyone that's listened to this and bought it, I apologise.
I'm sat here at work, right? And I will show you, viewers. My work laptop is there.
Look at this. Sneak peek.
My gaming PC is there. And I'm sat here on my work laptop trying to get some shit done. And then I'm just thinking, I could be playing Loop Hero right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on,
So,
are you on it now?
No.
I think I'm on 18.
I've got far too many screens open.
18
I have Loop
hours.
Hero open as well.
I think about 18 hours on Loop Hero already.
Yeah, I'm about 6 hours in so far. And it's just like, oh, God, it's very, very fucking good.
I told you.
But that's besides the point. So the two things I want to talk about, the two things that happened in the same week, and I was too ill to come on the podcast to talk about them.
Yes.
So my things of the year are Dune.
Yes.
Dune.
Never heard of it.
Dune Candy.
Dune.
Oh, Dune.
Dune.
How you doing?
Might be one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time, maybe. But it's absolutely excellent. It captures the book perfectly. Denis Villeneuve has done an amazing job of translating a pretty unfilmable book into a coherent and exciting film. All the parts are played excellently. I love Timothée Chalamet as Paul. It's a film I even like Jason Momoa in. I don't particularly like Jason Momoa in most things because he normally just plays Jason Momoa, and I think we found. I know, but I think he's found the film where that works because as Duncan Idaho, he's fucking brilliant.
And he lost
Such
his
a cool
beard as
character.
well.
But the visual style, the music, just the set designs, the costume designs, it's just so fucking good. Like, it's very rare that I'll go to the cinema twice to see a film. And yeah, I saw that one twice in the space of like a month. It's so good.
Yeah, me too.
It's that thing, like, because I've not seen it. I've only seen one film this year, today. And I do want to see Dune. I nearly said Dune then. What the fuck are you doing to me?
The correct way of pronouncing it.
I do really want to see Dune, but it was. I know how lazy I am, and I know it was going to be that or Spider-Man, and I know where my loyalties lie. So
Yeah,
I
I
had
know.
to do it. But yeah, I'm desperate to see it. But is it even in cinema still?
No, it's done in cinemas, but it's hitting like Amazon Prime, I think, in January or February or something like that.
Mate, I'll lay down 15 quid if I have to. Do you know what I mean? I'd watch it. I've got a 4K telly, so
it's getting home premiere in the next month or so, I think.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But besides that, the other thing was Bo Burnham's Inside, which I wanted to talk about ad nauseum because honestly, I fucking adore it. So if you haven't seen it, Bo Burnham used to be a stand-up comedian. He's now film director, writer, that kind of thing, Broadway writer. He, during the pandemic, found himself single, alone, and with nothing to do, and in poor mental health. And he decided he was going to use the time to make a Netflix special. And he basically sequestered himself in a room, got a load of cameras, lights, musical instruments, and just set about making something. He filmed it all himself, he edited it himself, like lined up all the shots, did everything himself. And it's incredible. It took him just over a year to make, so he started it I think May last year, and he finished it May this year.
Sorry, this fucking hooch is really fucking sour.
Oh yeah, he's fucking drinking hooch. Who drinks hooch in 2021?
It's going right back in my throat.
Get a straw, down it in one.
How can you do it?
Punch a dog.
But he filmed this entire special just in one room by himself, and what I like about it starts off it's mostly musical. It's mostly him singing funny songs or introspective songs, but then it's interspersed with him with the process of him making it. And it starts off pretty intently to be funny. So the first 2 songs are actually really, really funny. Or maybe the first 4 or 5, actually. And then as it goes on, as he's spending longer by himself, they start getting a little bit more introspective and a bit weird. And some of them are really fucking dark. And I've never seen a comedian be so vulnerable as with Inside. There is one point where he is just, and I know this sounds really weird to big up a show, but he's just sat there with the camera in front of him and he's talking, and then he just bursts into tears because he's really struggling with the isolation. And then it just smash cuts into him singing about Jeff Bezos for some reason. Because his mind is bouncing around
Is that where the Jeff Bezos was? Born in 1960. That one.
Yeah.
Jeffrey.
The thing is,
Someone's done a music video to that. You need to look it up. Fucking incredible.
Oh yeah. He's got 2 songs about Jeffrey Bezos in it because it's just one point where he's talking about the consumerist nature of the world or something like that, and then just cuts to him singing Jeffrey Bezos at the top of his voice. But the songs that he's written are not just funny, but also kind of really insightful and on the money. And I've got a couple of sets of lyrics here from some of the songs. The first one is my favorite one on it, which is "Welcome to the Internet," which is a song about just how terrible and awful the internet can be.
I used it as an outro, didn't I, on our pitch?
You did,
one of our Patreon
yeah.
ones, you were talking about it on that, and I started listening to it. I was like, this is perfect for the outro music.
It's such a good show.
So, most people have heard the meme of the chorus, which is, could I interest you in everything all of the time? A little bit of everything all of the time. Apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything all of the time.
That describes this podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
And my sex life.
Whoa!
The second part of the song slows down and it becomes this weird little... The hell was that? A notification? Oh, Candy's gifting subs again.
Sorry.
Is that what that noise was?
I didn't mean to make you jump.
Just audio notification I've not heard before.
No, it was Biggie opening a can, I think.
Yes, it was.
Perfect time.
I don't
Didn't mean to frame
you. How you do this without...
You just do it. People love that ASMR, cracking a spec.
Pro editor, you'll just edit it out, won't he? You're right.
Yeah. But, the second half of the song gets really slow and really respectful, and it's basically talking to a child that was born in the last 20 years, effectively. And it's just got this set of lines here, which I just absolutely love, which basically define the internet for me. So it's, look at you, unstoppable, watchable. Your time is now, your insides out, honey, how you grew. And if we stick together, who knows what we'll do? It was always the plan to put your world in your hand. And then he just starts cackling like a madman. Because the whole idea of the internet was just to make the world smaller, gives everyone the ability to talk to each other and communicate and be more than just individuals. And it's been so twisted and horrible and turned around, and it's true. And
that's because you spend your time on Reddit and stuff. See, I'm very innocent on the internet. I only go on Pornhub comments and Discord, really, and Twitter. It's nice.
I'll try and avoid Reddit.
Yeah,
not since the incident.
Yeah,
stop going on 4chan.
The other one I like, and this one is Pip's favorite, which is No, Stig is a touch below everyone else's volume.
He's just quiet.
Stig, bring the mic closer to you.
He's just a quiet boy.
So, White Woman's
just a
Instagram
little
is the
boy.
other song I love. and basically, White Woman's Instagram, I think, calls out every white woman who is on Instagram. Because it is, I mean, it called out Pip. It called her out in about 11 different ways.
It's like that latte foam art, isn't it? Stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
exactly it. So that's one of the lyrics. So, like the second verse is latte foam art, tiny pumpkins, fuzzy comfy socks, a coffee table made out of driftwood, a bobblehead of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a needlepoint of a fox, some random quote from Lord of the Rings incorrectly attributed to Martin Luther King.
You shall not pass, Martin Luther King.
I love it so, and like I haven't listened to a lot of music for a couple of years because I really haven't found a lot of music that has inspired me or kind of caught my attention. And I've had hit the album of these songs on just pretty constantly for about 2 months now. I absolutely adore it. So if you haven't seen Bo Burnham's Inside, watch it. It's a hard watch in places. Like it can be, can be quite upsetting seeing like the turmoil he's going through because, especially with as someone who's dealt with kind of depression, anxiety as well. It's like I see a lot of the same things in him that happened to me over the years. It's just like you just want to give him a hug. He's really struggling and losing it, but what he comes out with at the end is so magnificent.
I'll be his boyfriend if he needs a boyfriend.
I don't think he's gay.
Oh, all right.
Also, the ending song "Goodbye." Every time I listen to it, it still gives me goosebumps. It's just so good. So yeah, those are my things of the year: Dune and Bo Burnham's Inside.
Excellent. We'll move on to me actually, because I don't want to get too drunk. The first thing I want to talk about is obviously on everyone's lips. It's Tick Tick Boom. I'm not into musicals that much, and
but you really like The Hives.
Yeah. Oh, joke. Tick Tick Boom is the Andrew Garfield. As you know, he is one of my boyfriends. It's the Jonathan Larson biopic type thing. I spoke about it on the podcast massively. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda's. Is it his directorial debut, Stig?
Yep.
Yeah, and it just knocks out of the park. Like you with Inside, I've just been listening to that soundtrack non-stop. Yeah. Now, it's a Broadway soundtrack, so I've had it a little bit quieter on the bus in the commute, so these hard boys behind me don't hear me listening to Tick Tick Boom. You know what I mean? I don't need that in my life.
Unless you're still sitting there doing that.
Pulling on my ponytail, like, look at this fucker. Listening to show tunes. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just hit me really, really good. I mean, I'm a musician, Gadget's musician. You know what it's like when you've got writer's block and stuff like that. And
it's awful.
And you pick up a guitar and you go, I hate this. Or I go to my piano and I'm like, I hate this too. Do you know what I mean? It's just awful. So I don't know, it struck a chord with me. And I know it's like it's nothing new. This came out in the 90s. But it's obviously a modern film. It's on Netflix. You should watch it because Andrew Garfield's in it. He sings and he's really good and he's pretty, and everyone in it's pretty. It's just a really good film. But the main thing that's really captured my imagination this year is Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, it's so good.
It's my game of the year. There's no better game than Monster Hunter Rise. You know I love my Switch because I can walk around the house with my Switch.
No, you can play it lying down. That's the real reason you love the Switch. You can play it lying down.
I can lay down with it and get tired and it bang on my head, which has happened far too many times. But yeah, I don't know what it was. I mean, beginning of the year, we all started playing it together, didn't we, Gadget? Me, you, John, Cheatham mainly, Punk. We were all just being hunters together. We're all just hunter boys. And I don't know. It just yeah, that's right. Hunter boys.
Just hunters being dudes.
Yeah, we were just being dudes and slaying monsters. If you don't know what Monster Hunter is, I did speak about it before, but that's
what it says on the tin.
It literally is. It's the Ron Seal of games. You hunt monsters and turn them into armor. Now, this is really accessible because the series in general isn't. It's very Japanese.
I remember when I borrowed a 3DS for a little while and I tried playing. Was it Monster Hunter Generations 4 or something like that?
3, probably.
Whichever one was on the 3DS. And I remember...
Oh! Siri, shut up.
Yeah, I remember getting through the opening cutscene, getting to the village, and having no fucking clue what to do because it did not give you a tutorial message at all. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to dive into menus to find a tutorial. But this one, it slots you in perfectly. It gives you like a good 5 or 6 monsters that are not too tough. And I mean, the grotesque. Remember the penis one we fought? Horrendous. What a creepy, horrible beast.
You had it as our weekly artwork one week.
Yeah, people needed to see it. But yeah, he just hit. And I haven't played it as much as everyone else has this year. Like some people put like 90 to 100 hours into it. I haven't played. Yeah, I haven't played games that much this year. It's been I've done a bit of a stick this year. I've been watching films and TV shows more than games because it's just suited where I'm at in my head. And TV's been really fucking good this year. Thanks for that stick. Yeah, there will be adverts all the way through this, and patrons will see
stream
it.
ads.
That's it. The Kezu. That's the one. The Kezu will do that. Yeah, that's it. Punk. But yeah, I don't know. I think 30 to 40 hours. I started it again recently as well, and it's just really nice, and it's my favourite biome that they've done. It's an Asian theme, and it looks pretty. The maps are brilliant. It just hits, and they're pumping content out constantly.
Oh, it's great. They were having like the constant releases of like new hunts or like variations on hunts rapidly, and then there was like new monsters and shit, and yeah, it was just.
There was this thing that Kotaku said, and I know, get ready, it's a Kotaku thing. They said it's Animal Crossing for bigger boys, and I was like, ugh! But it kind of has that Animal Crossing, like it's pumping out stuff constantly at you, and you can constantly be playing it. You'll never run out of content whatsoever. And again, I've seen it as low as £35 now because it's not a first party game, even though it's exclusive to the Switch. For now,
it's coming to PC this 2022.
Oh yeah,
and I will probably rebuy it for the PC because it's on the RE engine. It looks incredible on the Switch. I have no idea how they managed to make it look that good on the Switch. Just imagine how good it's going to look on the fucking PC.
Yeah. It's just such a stellar piece of work. It reminds you why you love games and why you love to not do work. Do you know what I mean? And not speak to your family and stuff like that. It's just perfect. If you've not played Monster Hunter Rise, it's a brilliant jumping on point to the series. It's a soft reboot in a way. Well, I think World was the soft reboot, wasn't it? They're
not interlinked with each other, all the Monster Hunter games, though. They're all kind of reasonably.
No, they're in the same universe rather than world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Monster Hunter World briefly. I've got to the main village and kind of had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah, same. I went
that's
blind.
a lot of people's experience of Monster Hunter before Rise.
See, what Rise does, it has all your merchants clumped together. You're not wondering about Lost and stuff like that. It's just perfect.
It also goes overboard on tutorializing, which can be a little bit annoying, but it's also like rather than the older games where you've got to go through menu after menu after menu to work out how you fucking craft an item. This one's just constantly showing you things, and there's tons of systems in it, but it's pretty good at just showing you them when you first encounter them.
Yeah.
Rather than giving you these abstract things like, oh, you'll have to do this in an hour, you'll have to do this in about 3 hours, you know?
Yeah, and I've restarted it, and you can turn the tutorials off as well if you're not even a newcomer to it, so it's just...
I was still getting tutorials 25 hours in.
Oh, I was, but yeah, it's just... If you've got a Switch just lying there, I don't think anyone's got a Switch just lying there, everyone's always on it, aren't they? But get Monster Hunter Rise, and then get Loop Hero.
Yes, get Loop Hero.
But yeah, they're mine, so we'll move on, gladly, to... Biggie.
Hello. So, for me, I just got a list of things I wanted to very briefly talk about. My game of one of the years was The Last of Us Part 2, because I finally got around to playing that. Spoke about it on the pods, blew me away.
Such an uplifting time you had.
Yeah,
unpleasant.
It's such a great game. But yeah, I loved it. I just, I've got all sorts of thoughts about that game. But yeah, really, really good. Very impressive from Naughty Dog. Excellent stuff. Film of the year for me is also Dune. Really enjoyed that. But you guys have already spoken much about that. I want to talk about the TV show of the year for me is Ted Lasso.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I almost went
Love a
for
bit
that.
of Ted Lasso.
Yes, boy.
It's just superb. And for anyone who hasn't seen it and doesn't like football, don't worry about it. It's not really that much about football. It isn't.
So there's about 2 minutes of football in the entire series.
Yeah,
we've not even seen a full match in it, have you?
I think even if you're not into football, the jokes around it you'll still enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. They've obviously got players in the TV series that are based on parody of people that you know as celebrities in football.
And Ted Lasso doesn't even know a thing about football in general anyway, so...
But I think that's why it works with a non-football fan, because Ted has no fucking clue about anything about football, and even into the second season, he still hasn't learned a jot about the game.
The first season was like, so when's the end of the quarter? It's like, fucking hell. Come on.
Yeah, that press conference is fantastic. But yeah, it's just really uplifting. It's got a heart as well. There's quite a little sad story going on in between it all as well. But it's just brilliantly done. Really, really surprised me. And
also, Coach Beard is the best man on TV.
Oh, he's fantastic.
yeah,
That's
that
what
Coach
you
Beard
call
episode is incredible.
A positive relationship as
yeah.
well, and what a friend. And it's you don't see that many people now, apart from us five, obviously.
Even Nathan, who's kind of like the joke of the show, but even he has his guiding moment as well.
I don't like him.
No.
I
I
don't
like
like what
him.
they did to him. I like what they did to him.
We've all gone off him.
Have you watched the second season though, Biggie?
No.
Oh,
Don't say anything, everybody.
Nobody's
Oh.
talking. Nobody's
He's banging on
talking.
about Ted Lasso like it's this season from this year you've watched. Okay, I'll have to.
We still love Nathan. Yay, Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Yay.
Let's go
he's
back.
still alive.
Can we just edit that out and start again? Right. So Nate,
No, it's
Nate
live.
the Great. It's great. It's really good.
I love Nate.
Album of the year, already covered them on the shows. Children of Zeus, awesome R&B, hip hop, soul.
They sponsor you, don't they?
Yeah, if only. But I went to see them live as well, and it was just
Yeah,
awesome.
you took a night off from the pod to go and see.
He went
Yes, I
moshing.
did.
He went moshing to Children of Zeus.
And it was awesome. So yeah, fantastic gig. But the last few things I really want to talk about is the thing that is kind of makes me a bit sad as well, is that I finally finished Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, did you? We didn't see the end.
It was
Yeah,
a really lovely blue screen.
didn't-
Those
yeah.
little squares bouncing
Yeah,
around.
I did
Make
not
sure it
see
didn't
the
happen.
end. Didn't happen.
Nope,
but
there is
that was
no
my
proof.
comfort game, and I finished it after all this time.
Guess what? There's a remake out.
Yay!
There's also a sequel. You can do Final Fantasy 8 or 9.
Yes,
Oh, Crisis Core. Get a PSP.
No one wants to play Crisis Core.
No one wants to play Crisis Core. Dirge of
from what I've
Cerberus.
heard.
No one wants to play Dirge of Cerberus either. That's a
But
terrible
I do
game.
I
have
know.
a platinum trophy for that, so I'm very happy with that.
Oh,
Yes. You got the gold chocobo and everything, didn't you?
I really had to do a bit of grinding for some of the things to get those trophies. So yeah, got that done. I covered Twitch. I talked about Twitch TV, the fact that we're on it now. Just seeing the
What?
DJs
Are we?
really uplifted me this year. It's just superb. Just go and check out Twitch for DJs, music you're into. You'll be surprised what you'll find. Absolutely awesome. And the last two things I want to talk about is the fact that we stepped our game up this year. We've done all sorts of things. We've got Scorched Sheep. We've got our patron specials that everyone's been involved with. Everyone's done all sorts of stuff. It's incredible. Stiggy's been awesome with the socials. Gadget, obviously, with the editing. Stiggy with the editing. Joe doing all the artwork. Oodles being the host.
Thank you.
Me, just sexual.
Raw energy.
I
Sexual.
don't know, Joe.
Yeah,
I
I need
only
to come
know
up with
Candy.
something.
I think sexual and raw energy are vital components to any podcast.
Yeah.
Because we've got to get the boys in, haven't we?
Yes. But we got some guests on, which was fantastic. That just really was special for us. Thank you to Ross and Helen for coming on, and we've got more to come.
don't forget the Dungeon
Dungeon
Dads.
Dads,
They were our
yeah.
first.
Oh, the
guests.
Dungeons and Dads as well. And
We've got
even
Hideo
had-
Kojima on in January.
and we had a step-in editor as well, which was Deadbeat Punk. He stood in for
DVP.
Gadget. He
Oh,
didn't
Punk
edit
were
it
really,
well.
yeah, Punk,
Host.
that was a good episode. We haven't even really spoke about that, but thank you, Punk, for being a really good, what's that word? Moderator? And
Yeah.
you were really good at stepping in as Gadget with hair, basically.
But with an accent.
Yeah, I mean, Gadget's got a fucking strong accent in general anyway. So, yeah.
You know what the fuck you're talking about, Lee?
We replaced an
fucking
accent
beg
with an accent, and yeah, thank you very much for that, mate. I know you won't take my thanks, but these guys are thanking you. Or wherever you are, I can't see where the screen
Gadget.
is.
And in terms of guests, we've got plans for some great ones for next year.
Yep.
We're going to be sort of emailing around, and
They're not going to say no.
no,
Why
I'm
would
gonna
you?
say no. We're too awesome. I mean, the sequelizers are practically begged to come on in January.
That is actually happening as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. No, we legitimately have the sequelizers coming on next year.
Whoa.
Either late January or early February.
Award-winning
And we're-
podcast.
Yeah, and we're
we are.
guesting on their live stream.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think we've got
So,
a few as well.
Biggie's talking about cruise control, isn't he? Speed 2.
I'm going on another podcast at some point. It's yet to be finalised the date yet, but me and Deadbeat Punk are going to double team that together.
What is it? A wrestling
Ooh.
podcast?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and speaking of
Discuss more
which,
about it towards.
that just reminded me, really proud of the people that have been following our pod, have now started their own. You've got the Not Been Seen Yet, the What
Not
the
been
fuck
seen yet? Who was that?
What the fuck don't you want? And
What the fuck don't you?
I see what you're doing. You're doing a little jokey, aren't you?
Korean pot noodles or something.
Korean pot noodles.
This is why we don't do it live.
I wondered when the racism was going to come in.
But no,
Really glad
it's,
John's not in the chat right
it's
now.
just been wonderful to see them get their own crack at it, and they've all been really good, all superb.
Let's not forget we was on a radio show as well.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, we were as well.
Yeah, we were on Monk's Boy's one. Insane. Monk's Boy is now in the chat,
Oh, is
and
he?
he is pissed.
Yay!
He's been drinking rum all
Oh,
afternoon.
that's my boy.
Nice.
That
I
was
used,
such
I
a
used, I used to
fun
hate
night.
that
Such
monkey,
a
but
fun
now I love
night.
that monkey.
Yeah,
I've
please. if you
forgotten
track that
everything
show
we've
down.
done. Wow, we've done so much. And actually, do you know what? I say I fucked. We got through the Patreon bit, but I completely forgot to mention how much we'd done with that this year, and to thank everyone for their support and everyone who
Tell everybody how
Patreon.
many Patreon episodes we've actually done this year.
So if you include the extended editions, the early access to Scorched and all the specials since the start of June, that's 70 exclusive Patreon.
We've
podcasts.
literally done more Patreon content than normal content.
Yeah.
I say this is episode 67 of the podcast.
So
we
when
start
people
time
say
again.
value for money for £7.50, come on, everyone in the chat, just get on that Biggie bundle now. Everyone listening in the future, you're getting so much, and some of it, don't worry, I'm not on it, so it's even better. Even better.
But lastly, just very quick, I wanted to say, of course, that we had our meet-up, and I appreciate Oodles couldn't make it. That was beyond his control, but it was just nice to meet in person. That was
I got the
a
Rona,
nice
didn't
little
I?
special. Yeah.
I think we should do that meetup again, maybe February, March time, but we'll book exactly the same place because it was fucking
I want
Oh,
to
it's
see all
so
these
good.
weird statues and
So
ornaments
good.
that were there. You showed me,
Yeah.
you showed me loads of photos. I'm like, where the fuck are you? The 70s?
No, every decade from the 30s onwards.
And the fact that Stig had an early morning just before leaving hot tub time on his own. If I was there, I'd have been straight
To
in
watch
there
the
with
wrestling.
him. Oh.
That whole
because-
house was like a flashback for me.
That's because I didn't drink on the second day. I woke up, decided I'll clean up, and then because the day before I'd kind of postponed recording for a little bit for reasons.
You couldn't
And then I was
tell
like,
me.
well, if this hot tub's on, I might as well use it. So
Instantly, if anyone wants a really good laugh, listen back to Scorched Sheep episode 13, and you'll hear how ill Stig was. The fact is that episode is like just under an hour long, and he's not in it for about 40 minutes.
I remember
Took his
when
method
you,
acting to the next
when
level.
you dropped the.
it was perfect, really, for the actual episode.
I remember when you dropped the edited audio, and I was like, "Is Stig even in this?" You're like, "Oh, he's there, but he's in the building, but he's not literally."
Barely.
He's just like, "Bleh," and then he comes back at the end and just steals the thunder because Stig is a great D&D player, guys.
I know it's shocking considering he's such a he is like a Chad of the group. He's so into such as nerdy shit.
Yeah,
It's so into playing Stigveld.
I love it.
When I listen back, it's like I'm barely putting a character voice on or anything like that, and I'm barely even stepping out of my own bounds of being a sex goblin. But you guys are proper putting so much effort in, and I'm like, oh, I need to kill this character off.
I'm still amazed you picked a halfling to play. You could have played a goblin.
Oh, don't tell me that now. Oh,
I just like.
We all know you're going to go for your gun
shit.
down with your next
yes.
character.
But yeah, if you're not into D&D, trust me, I'm not. Just listen to it. But yes, thank you very much for that, Biggie. Let's see what Stig has liked this year. What do you like, Stig?
Well, I'm going to leave a few back for the Patreon section, a few honourable mentions.
Ooh.
So if you want to hear those, then you'll have to sign up for the Patreon. Patreon.com/modernescapism.
ABC, always be closing.
But one thing I do want to mention before all that is, Biggie, you can turn off for a bit if you'd like. But first off, I just want to mention AEW Wrestling because
Wrestling.
it has...
Right, off for a wank.
Whoa.
It is that good. It is that good, Biggie.
Who just thought Biggie would be the problematic one? You're Bigly now, by the
I
way.
like how you call him Bigley.
Bigly.
Can people in the chat, can we get Bigly trending, please? Fucking Bigly.
Fucking hell, Vicky.
Right.
It's within the realms, is it not?
Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to mention it because they've absolutely stepped up the game in terms of entertainment-wise for pro wrestling. It's been absolutely incredible. They brought back the likes of CM Punk after 7 years. I talked about that. The tag division in that on that show is absolutely incredible. Bryan Danielson, has come back. They brought in Adam Cole, and just the matches they're doing every week, the pay-per-views they're doing, the all-out pay-per-view is incredible. The Full Gear pay-per-view is incredible. Adam Page won the title and this story has been going on for about a year and a half. Long-term booking is what makes wrestling fun, where it's not just month to month and we just throw a random guy in. Like there's an actual story there. There's a payoff. And he actually faced Bryan Danielson on this week's Dynamite, and they went an hour long. The match was an hour long.
How the hell do you have an hour-long wrestling match? They're not dead at the end of it.
And it ended in a draw as well. But it worked because the storytelling is that fucking good. And that's the difference. You've got great storytelling, you've got great wrestling, and that's all you need.
So, just as not a specific question about this event for AEW, but is there any point to watching WWE anymore?
No, it's a fuck.
I don't hear anybody say any good things about it.
You're like, it's such pageantry, the WWE. It's just not.
It's a variety show.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They did a whole Survivor Series. They did a whole fucking skit around Red Notice. You know, the egg from Red Notice.
Yeah.
So I've not seen it, but I know about this. So this year was The Rock's 25th anniversary of Survivor Series. So you'd think we'll make a big deal of that, obviously, because The Rock is obviously one of the biggest stars in the world right now. And
you think he finished his cooking by now as well?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, mate.
I got it.
You'll get a yellow card soon, you.
And they didn't eat right. So The Rock couldn't be there because he was in Australia doing some films, and obviously due to quarantine and everything, it just didn't work out. But he couldn't even get him to do a video message. How could you not?
Really?
How could you center a show around one of your biggest stars ever, his 25th anniversary, and not even get him to do a video message? That's how much no one cares. And yeah, the viewing figures and the sales numbers and the money for WWE will be miles higher. But obviously, of course it will. It's the 50-year-old company. What do you expect? But in terms of the entertainment value, it's absolute dross. And AEW has literally lit a fire in me about wrestling again. It's got me loving watching it weekly, wanting to watch it weekly, wanting to see their shows. They only do 4 pay-per-views a year, so it's not one every month. So they're
not spamming you.
No, so every pay-per-view feels special. So what they'll do is, if they've got a storyline going, this title match needs to happen soon, they'll just chuck it on free TV, and you get an hour-long title fight for free on TV.
Wasn't that what WWF at the time did with like Attitude and Raw, and that you would have the storylines going on the weekly shows,
yeah,
but have your title fights on the big
it usually ends in the pay-per-view, unless they want to do something like kind of out there and special, they'll do it. But I just wanted to mention that because it's been so good, and Sly Reflex has been speaking to me, DMing me about it a lot.
Is he a wrestler?
No, he's one of our listeners.
Sly, I know he is. I'm joking. It's a joke.
He's there in the chat right now.
There he is.
The Wednesday AEW shows are even better than WWE's pay-per-views. So.
You see, I mean.
Go on. Sorry. With the Wednesday ones, that's just their week.
That's their weekly show.
So that's better than a WWE pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Why would anybody bother with WWE?
I used to really adore the Attitude Era. That's when I stopped, when that ended. And if, let's say, I jumped into AEW now, would I get that kind of buzz that I used to get for the Attitude Era?
You might do. You're better off asking Sly, because he's more of a lapsed fan than I was.
Really? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's just come back in.
Yeah.
And I
hated that when the Attitude Era ended. It obviously didn't say, the Attitude Era has ended. That wasn't, do you know what I mean? But you could see that it was just getting weird.
That was going to be one of my honourable mentions for roasting the glasses, actually.
Yeah.
That I could have made last week.
I used to fucking love wrestling. Maybe I was just a kid, and do you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's for children, don't get me wrong, but I were into a lot.
This
different
is more
stuff
grown
then.
up as well. Like, I know it sounds silly, but just being able to swear and have a bit of blood and have a bit more violence.
I used to fucking love Steve Austin
It's
coming
that-
down, pumping beer
that-
into
do you know
people's
what I mean?
faces and stuff.
Yeah, that kind of thing, just something that's more relatable than to people
Yeah.
doing Nickelodeon style comedy. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I only wanted to quickly mention.
Oh my
them.
god, we did 10 minutes on wrestling.
Exactly.
I was
Don't
going to
forget
say,
Sly's
we all...
wrestling as well.
Yes, let's make a quick note that Sly Reflex is actually doing a Fire Pro stream where he does the commentary with one of his friends, and it's a simulation of a wrestling show with characters. Me and Biggie are the Escapees tag
Shit.
team.
I didn't even. What? That's cool.
I am 3-0 currently. Haven't lost a fight, and this week Biggie won a what was it, 8-man battle royal kind of by knocking the two people out with a punch.
That's what you do.
So basically, he won the match by just sparking two people out and won. And I was watching it. I was like, that was incredible.
Big show.
If people in
Yeah.
the chat click on Sly Reflex's name, I'm sure they'll find his Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Get on it, guys.
Anyway, my main thing, and settle down because this is a bit of a story.
Oh god, strap in, guys.
So the date was the 21st of December 2019.
Ooh.
The place, Empire Cinema. The film, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Do it.
A god-awful hodgepodge of a film, written and directed by the true Star Wars fans of Reddit. But unfortunately for me, this would be the last film I saw in the cinema for well over a year. As we know,
It's a pretty rough film to end on.
Same
Yep.
It was for me. Same film.
the world shut down, cinemas were shut, everything we were excited to see got delayed time and time again. To the point where at one point they were going to put it all on streaming services, which would have been a travesty. We had a bit of a brief respite last year, I think in the summer, but there was nothing worth visiting. Even Christopher Nolan's film, Tenet, I wasn't interested in
You didn't like,
risking it
oh,
at
you,
the time.
You didn't watch Tenet, did you?
I haven't watched it yet, but at the time, wasn't worth the risk to go back to the cinema, and I just didn't want to go at that time. So then we get to May 2021. Life seems to feel like it's returning a bit to normal. Cinema starts to open bit by bit, and 17th of May, the cinemas open full time, and we start getting some stuff back in them. So, my favourite thing this year, as you can tell, is the fact that I have been able to go back to the cinema.
His best place to wank.
Yes. I am a father with a wife who works shifts, so getting to the cinema isn't always easy. But this year, I have pretty much made sure that I've gone and seen everything I wanted to see in the cinema. So I didn't go back until August, and the first film I went back to see was The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And that did not disappoint.
Good
I
film.
absolutely love that. It wiped the awful taste that was Rise of Skywalker clean away. And this year, not only have I seen that, I got to see Shang-Chi. It was enjoyable. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but I enjoyed it. The French Dispatch, I absolutely loved. I watched that the same day that I watched Dune.
I mean, that was a fucking good day for you.
Back to back.
You sound like you had a really good day, full of popcorn, nachos, hot dogs.
Oh, I had a lot of nachos with some mozzarella sticks and a big drink.
I fucking love mozzarella stick.
The fucking stinker sitting next to him and see Dune after he'd eaten all that.
I was going to say, was that before he got the food, or?
No.
No, it was after he had the food.
Right.
I was full of cold and all I could smell was fucking nacho
So
cheese.
you got the smell of nacho cheese. I got your cold. So I think
Yeah, true.
we're
That's
pretty
because
even.
you were
Pretty even.
necking.
Yeah, it was that.
Well, what else are you going to do?
I know. I went on my own. I went on my own today,
beer.
and I was necking myself.
But yeah, I love The French Dispatch, and Dune is my favourite film of the year. So
Banger.
exactly, it was just a great day to
Correct,
cinema.
Monk's Boy, by the way.
Been to see Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I absolutely loved. I've taken the kids as well, so they went to Ghostbusters. We went seeing Canto and Ron's Gone Wrong, both excellent children's film. But last night, I got to see the one film that I wanted to see more than anything, more than Dune. Dune might be my favourite film of the year, but the one film that I want to see more than anything over everything, or Wednesday night, in fact, sorry, not last night, was Spider-Man No Way Home. Fucking incredible. I absolutely loved
God, I
it.
need to see that.
Absolutely loved it. And I can't go into spoiler territory.
Sorry, Punk's just gone the Pixar Pounder.
The Pixar Pounder.
Fucking hellfire. That's what killed me. I nearly had all that vape in me. You know when you get that? Oh, God, that fucking bastard. I hate him.
But this is the culmination of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's his trilogy, and he put everything into this role. This is the best I've ever seen him in the MCU, I think, in terms of playing Spider-Man, in terms of the emotion he shows, his acting ability. There are times in this film where you I kind of in awe at how good of an actor he is. And the villains that they've brought back, everyone knows. Obviously, there's villains from previous Spider-Man films in this. Alfred Molina is brilliant, but Willem Dafoe is fucking on one and absolutely incredible.
He's my favourite actor in the film.
Honestly, he is so good. You think at how manic and crazy he was as the Green Goblin in that first Spider-Man film. He's turned that up to 10.
So good.
It's so fucking good. So good. And everything around just what they do with it is just been incredible. The team as well. So MJ and Ned, they don't get left out of this film. I was a bit worried that by having all these villains and having Doctor Strange in there and all the Spider-Man thing, they kind of get pushed to the side. But they're just as integral to this story as anything. And I really enjoyed it for that. But yeah, I am doing a spoiler special on this. I didn't know whether I was going to do one because I just didn't know if I'm going to be bothered to edit another podcast this year. But there's too much to talk about that I can't talk about on a regular pod.
Yeah, it's really good.
If any of you guys want to be on that,
do want to see it.
Go watch it and come and join us on it. Me and Oodles on it, because there's a lot to say about it.
It's rare that I come out of a Marvel film, especially or a comic book film, and I've got no real, like, that's not what they did in the books, that kind of thing, that Gadget just assumes I'm like constantly. I just came out of it like, wow.
To be fair, if you go into the MCU spoilers channel in our Discord, there is a lot of you going, it's not like that in the books.
Yeah, I know.
Not me. Not
Stig,
me.
This is me. This is all me.
No, not you, Stig. I'm talking about Oodles. It's like, there is a lot of you doing
books.
that.
They're all there. I've got more. I've got piles.
Yeah, it's you need to see it.
It's I've obviously not seen Candy's Dune, but it's my film of the year. So
I desperately want to see it because, I mean, Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes, but I also absolutely adore Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's been the best so far. Out of three good ones as well.
Yeah.
I don't think Toby or Andrew are bad.
No.
But I think Tom Holland, for me, he has the right mix of that teenage
No one will
innocence.
ever beat my Andrew.
I think
nobody will beat my Andrew.
That is perfectly fine for you to believe, but I believe that Tom Holland gets the teenager thing. I think Andrew Garfield plays like an older Spider-Man better. But yeah, I just love Tom Holland's portrayal of him.
It's a stellar film, and Stig is correct. It is a thing of the year, and that's our things of the year. I just want to just perch a second on. Basically, I want to kind of thank all of you for this year, because we had a big
Oh, he's been on there. Okay. Getting emotional.
We did.
He's going to be crying in the corner.
We did a big
What I did last time.
rebrand this year.
Yeah.
And we had controversy. We had a great. I mean, the community in general. You lot listening and writing and just everything about it. It's just really good. It's great for my ego. I mean, probably bad for my ego. I know you're not all here for me. I get that. But
I mean, to be fair, it's why we keep Punk around.
He's always done it for me. He's a hired person for me. He keeps me centred.
We need Punk.
You can never. He's on our staff, so absolutely. But yeah, he's.
Monk's boy saying, "Get on with it,
dude." Fucking hate that monkey. But yeah, I just want to thank you for taking a stab at us with Scorched Sheep. Again, great title for a podcast. I named it.
It took us about 3 weeks to get the title for that podcast. There was so I think the first idea that we had was Dungeons and Dickheads.
Dungeons and Dickheads,
which also would have worked.
That for so long.
Dungeon Dummies was
Yeah.
one, but Oodles doesn't like being called a dummy.
Just there were so many things where it was like Dungeons or something and Dragons.
And I think I were boozing that night, and I just went, "Do dragons dream of Scorched sheep?" And you all went, "We've done it! We've done it! Someone's been watching Blade Runner," and I had been watching Blade Runner. And
You have been watching Blade Runner.
I just I am not a.
Like you weren't watching Pornhub.
I can do both at the same time, mate. I'm really good. I've got two hands.
Love the theme tune. I came up with the lyrics for that
Yes.
theme tune. Gadget did the music. Oodles did the singing.
Yeah, Monkey does. Monk's Boys also will keep pointing out to me constantly that it sounds like We Three Kings.
He does.
Oh,
He does. But yeah,
Don't say that.
here we go. Let's do it.
Well, it's because it's the
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Right, season 2, new theme tune.
Oh, I like that.
I'm not singing it live either.
It's coming
Yeah,
to the
I love it.
hip hop style.
I remember when you showed me them lyrics, and then you showed me you made me listen to that tune, and I was like, I've got it. And yeah, 2 takes it took me to record that, and Gadget to edit and make it sound like an actual song.
Took me 6 takes to do the bass for the vocals.
It's like, I like how people think that cough's deliberate. No, it's not. I generally just constantly cough, but
I did ask you to do it.
yeah,
I like it. It
does,
works.
doesn't it? But yeah,
It's like a
yeah, that's right. Everybody listen. But I want to thank you for just because I wouldn't say you were like begging us to do it. You were just saying I've got this in mind, like an actual play. But like I am not a D&D guy. I still aren't because I don't take any Dungeons and Dragons thing in my brain at all, other than the actual show. And I just think it's good. And I know people that listen to this that don't listen to that because fucking Dungeons and Dragons, that's nerdy. It is nerdy, but we're not good at it. Gadget's really good at it. But because he's got that, he's a writer for fuck's sake. So he's good at being a DM. It's really. I want everyone to jump on it as much as the jump on Modern Escapism. We've got like 10 million downloads on Modern Escapism, but only 5 million on Scorched Sheep. Come on.
well. Actually, also speaking of like champions of Scorched Sheep, Sergeant Story.
Oh God, yeah.
He can't be in the chat, but he's listening. He's got Twitch open in the car while he's driving. He's listening to us
Yeah.
as he's driving.
Oh, is
home
it?
from work.
Without
Yeah.
him, we'd
So
be
hi,
lost.
Sergeant Story.
We'd be lost.
Yeah, thank you for sending the dice over. It's
Biggie
really
would
helped.
be.
I think he would definitely. He's averaging now some good rolls.
One of my pals listened to it, and he said it reminded him of painting and decorators that don't know how to paint and decorate. And I went, that's perfect. That's fucking perfect.
Yeah, it's about right,
Yeah.
actually.
I just want people. I just want to. I'm selling my shit here, but I want people to get in on it. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, we're serious enough when we do it to a point, and then something will happen, and then we all just crack up, and it's just bouncing back and forth between
These
that.
guys,
And
these
we're trying to
guys
mess with
brought a
Gadget as much
dildo
as
to a
possible.
battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
And
yeah.
won with it.
And won with it. Yeah.
Like
Although to be fair, my two favorite Scorched Sheep moments this year is one, Pip coming in to make you feel
I
uncomfortable.
fucking
Noodles.
hated it. I love Pip, but I hated that.
Incredible.
She's one of the.
That was so
There's
funny.
like 3 women in my life that can absolutely destroy my confidence. She's one.
You never even
I
met
know she destroys me.
And then the other one was in this week's episode when it's the moment where Biggie realizes I've just asked him to pull from the deck of many things.
Yeah. So funny.
Because and all because Candy didn't roll high enough on a persuasion check. She rolled a
Sorry
12
about
and
that.
just like, okay, then you pick one too.
It's just really fun. It's quite Amdram, isn't it? Amdram. Woo!
I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's improvised Amdram.
It's just fun. It's fun. You do not need to know what Dungeons and Dragons is. You just need to know that we're idiots.
Holy shit! Noah's Jam has just
Hey.
gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh my
Thanks,
goodness,
Nose Jam.
thank you.
Wow.
Do I get any
thank
money
you.
for that?
Yes, yeah, we get money
Thanks,
for
Nose Jam. Yeah.
Only 5.
Oh, hooch, baby.
We've really got 5 people watching. I can't tell.
Also, yes, Monk's Boy. When they get to the deck of many things in this episode, you will die laughing. It is so.
Is that
good.
episode out now?
It's out now. It's out
Oh,
today.
get it on, guys. Get it
Ooh.
on.
Episode 15, season finale.
I found it hilarious.
If you've never heard Dungeons and Dragons being played as well, or if you've never played it yourself, I think, like for me going in, you don't realise actually there's very little dice rolling. There's very little actual mechanics to playing the game. It's mostly just role playing and just seeing where you go with it as well. So it's basically like sort of like a radio play with a couple of dice here and there.
I love a bit of role play.
Can I ask a quick question of everyone?
Yep.
What's been your favourite thing regarding your character? Like, what have you done yourself that you've loved the most?
Very good question.
So for me, my two favourite things that I've done with Stigveld was one where he went and robbed that shop.
Spoiler alert if you've not listened.
I didn't see that one coming. I was so annoyed at you.
I was trying not to laugh going into that shop and doing it. And I was just like, just reach for those up there. And the...
Sorry, I'm trying not to...
Oh, don't burp into the mic while live, you fool. I can't cut it out.
I do it all the time on the show.
I know, you're fucking terrible for it. Oh, eating. You eat into the mic, you horrible bastard.
I have three things. I know these are spoilers for the show. I apologise. Are we all right to spoil our own
ours.
show?
Yeah. It's don't talk about the last 3 episodes.
No. Putting that guy through the saw and manically laughing, and then throwing the bear.
Throwing the bear. I mean, that's the tapestry that you're going to have in your mausoleum. Oh, yeah, so good.
It's like, just throw the bear. Can I throw the bear? It's like, if you're all high enough.
He did it.
Yeah, I was like, I think, yeah.
That could have ended in you not throwing the bear and the bear throwing you.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I like about it. It is amateur dramatic. It's just proper. It's acting, but there are rules within this acting, and that's what makes it even fun. Because if we could just do what we wanted without dice, it'd be crap. I think it'd be absolutely garbage. And let's say you watch shows like Stranger Things and shows with D&D in it. It's not. I don't think it's as nerdy as cinema and TV portrays.
I agree.
No, it's not. It's more just. It's like playing make believe.
Well, unless you do it properly.
We don't do it properly.
Yeah,
I mean, Gadget tries his best.
Yeah. My favorite moments as a DM have just been like the characters I've played or situations where you have thought of the box. I know I say I'm annoyed about it, but the whole fucking dildo thing was fucking hysterical. One of the funniest thing I've ever encountered. Same with Stigveld throwing the bear. But my favorite moment of playing the game has been I'm not trying to spoil the last few episodes, but playing the wizard Orapan.
He's horrible.
So for those who haven't listened to Scorched, so my concept in this world is that to be a wizard, when you become a wizard, you get powers and all that. But a little bit like how it works in The Witcher with when you become a witch or a wizard, you have to give up something or something weird happens to you.
To make a sacrifice, to the magic.
Yeah. So I had one wizard called Gruzzle who was he's an orc wizard, and for some reason, as he became a wizard, came into his powers, he just sounds angry at everything, but he's lovely and he's friendly, but he talks like this and he's very annoyed with you and stuff like that.
Nice biscuits.
Yeah, nice biscuits. But with Orapan, I thought this out ages before, and they walk into his shop and he's talking, and they want something to cure Stigveld because it was when Stig was really fucking hungover. And I basically just had this flash of an idea where when he got up, instead of being this guy sat behind a desk, like he's kind of lifted up and these 8 spiders' legs came out underneath him. So he looked human.
And you're terrified of spiders as well, so it's a big step for you.
Oh yeah, but he talks like this, and he's very fond of Stigveld, and he crawls up towards him and he wraps his arms around him, and he's so
get him off this show.
With him. Yeah, but the other thing that I absolutely adore about Scorched Sheep, and I'm going to put it on screen now. This is just a big shout out to the artwork that Candy does for the patrons.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I'm going to put on screen, if I can find the file, the artwork that she's done for the most recent episode 15. I'm giving it to you context free, but this is the artwork that she puts up every single time, and she is so good at it, and she's so good at translating the descriptions of the characters I give and the situations, and she's so good at translating them into some wonderful artwork. So if you're a patron, you get this pretty much every episode. I think there's only 2 episodes where Candy hasn't had time to do any
Isn't she
art.
good?
She's so good.
Well, look at all of our artwork. Candy did everything in terms
like
of
a scene out of
our rejig.
Nobody cares about Modern Escapism's artwork. Wanker does them, an absolute wanker. But that's art. That's art. Yeah. That's not a funny filter.
Yeah. So that's kind of one of my highlights of it, because Candy's art is just so good for it. And it's just like that's Minerva, who is a new baddie that I've introduced into it. I didn't give a particularly detailed description of what she looks like. I just kind of said, oh, she looks like a really scary version of Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. And that's what Candy put together. I was like, that's amazing. I love it.
I sexied her up a little bit, I have to say.
I didn't mention that she had a midriff out there, but you know.
Leather
You'd
trousers.
shag every woman in our bloody D&D world.
Hello there.
Every single woman.
Yeah, let's give everyone a little treat of our voices for people that don't know it. Let's have a little. Come on, do it. Go on, Biggie. Get Calbo out, Biggie.
Here, this is me.
That's Calbo, guys. Come on, let's get Stigveld in the show. He's got to get his character.
I tossed a bear once. I'm very strong. We're good chunderers, don't
Let's get Capri on it. Let's get Capri.
Hello, it's me, Capri Smitty, and I basically spend my entire time
She's
drunk.
not Welsh.
Not Welsh.
Apparently not.
And I just go, hello there. It's just so easy. It's so easy. I just do Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, and of course, as the DM, I have all the voices.
Your voice is usually
I guess.
all right, I'm a Cockney.
No, that's just any guard.
That's if it's a guard. So if they encounter a
Sounds
guard,
like me.
if they encounter a guard, he talks a bit like this. Or there was Treble's brother, Quattro, who he really fucking talked like this, the old Billy Butcher voice for him.
I loved him so much.
we spent a lot of time on that guy, didn't we?
There is Dane Ashglade, the big bad evil guy, who is very fond of toying with the group, and he will just sit and he will taunt them in their
He's
grief.
camp as Christmas.
Do you know what? I hate it when Dane comes out because he genuinely gives me the creeps as well. That voice just goes
That
straight
sounds weird
through
when
me.
Dane comes out. He stands up and gets Dane out. Ooh.
Yeah. But yeah. Ultrapan is my favourite.
It's not
so
our
far
favourite.
because it's so much fun to play.
But yeah, my favourite moment is just. It sounds weird, but the episodes I'm not on because I don't know what's going to happen, and I've missed like 3 episodes, I think, and 2.
You've missed 2 so far. Oh well, technically 3 because 1 was split.
My favourite thing is how you, as a DM, have to make up an excuse why I'm not there. Like you can't say, and Treble's got
the first
coronavirus, so he's not here.
Yeah, the first time you missed an episode, you told us a week in advance so I could plan it in for the previous recording. But yeah, because you couldn't, like, it was literally when we went down for the podcast whole thing. It was on the Wednesday.
And full blown COVID, guys.
Yeah,
it worked though. I think it worked really well because it made sense that
it made sense. But it was basically the description was they were all hungover after a really heavy night of drinking, and Quattro, Treble's brother, walks in and goes, and they're all asking, "Where's Treble going?" He says, "Oh, I've sent him off on a job. He's got to do something for us," and that was it. That's all I had to do.
It just shows how disposable
and you find
we
out
are.
why, don't you?
And yeah,
you are.
We've been lucky that when you couldn't make it, we're in a situation where the rest of us, you could stay where you were, and the rest of us could go off.
Yeah, we weren't in the middle of a
If we're like
storyline.
in the middle of like a mountain
You guys haven't
somewhere, and
noticed
you all of a sudden can't come on, it's like, where the fuck's he gone? Oh, I don't know.
you guys haven't noticed that my character is not a fighter, and I've missed every fighting episode.
Pretty much. You've only actually killed 1 creature.
I'm fine with that. I'm not a mass murderer like you lot.
No, you're just an animal torturer.
Let's not talk about that.
Anyway, because we're going on about this, to Stig's point, Candy, what was your favourite Scorched sheet moment?
Do you know what? I'm like you. I really love taking on the character voices and everything. I love every interaction with the cat Proserpine. But especially when I have to make up a regional accent and then you have to go with it because I've already started speaking in that particular way. And I just
what, you mean like Gurzel Wummage?
Yeah, Gurzel Wummage. She was one of my faves.
Right, me babbers.
Dirty for short. And I just see the bead of sweat kind of dripping down as you think, how am I going to replicate this accent? But yeah, I've got a little list of characters that I can do. If I ever have to use disguise self, which I do quite frequently, I've got a list of impressions that I can do. So
are you going to do it live now?
During recording,
you just reminded me now from episode 15, the fucking magician guard situation.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that took me by surprise as well.
It took
That
all
did
of us
not go
by
the way
surprise. I
was
have no
expecting.
idea what go. Oodles is the worst for fucking improv because his mind goes to some surreal places.
That's what keeps it fun, though, isn't it? Like I was not expecting that at all, but just sort of
That's
went
what
with
happens when you've got a host that's got mental illness.
You are a mental illness. Biggie, come on, what's your favourite moment?
When
It's
he hits someone
gotta be
for the
some of your
first
terrible
time.
fights.
It's got to be the wrestling ring.
my combat mechanics need some work. When I lost the dice, that was fun.
That was so fun. Did that make the episode where he's going around the back of the computer going,
dice.
"Where's my dice?" And I could hear, "It's not here. Where's it gone? Have you guys got my dice?" I'm like, "Dude, that's 300 miles away. How have we got your dice?"
Have you found it yet?
Yeah, I found it, thank you.
It were up his ass, probably. Sat on it.
The conga.
Oh, God.
Oh yes. Roll D20 for conga.
That was fun. Obviously the card, the stack of many things, which we're not going to reveal. But still my favourite bit, which wasn't really me, was the fact that I'd had a really bad fight. I turned round to my forever trusty colleague, Capri, for some inspiration, who basically gave the greatest speech that knocked JFK, Martin Luther King, out of the park with her wonderful speech of inspiration.
It was like when Mandela got
And you
out
have
of
to
prison.
listen to the episode.
It was
I
just
got
you.
tongue-tied.
It wasn't just that. It was right after you, just like, "What's wrong with me, Capri?" You had this like an absolute mental breakdown.
And none of us were prepared for it. It was so surreal.
Yes, excellent.
But yeah, it's just the role play is great fun, and it is hard sometimes to think of the bat. But we get
Please, everybody, just tune in to first episode, second episode. Just get it in your podcast rotation. It's fun. It's not nerdy. It's quite sexy, and
go on a
journey with us. And season 2's coming next year. Boom.
Yeah. Put it this way: episode 1 of Scorched Sheep it's about 90 minutes long, and in that time, Oodles manages to roll really well in a way that I don't expect and I have to cope with, and then they manage to fuck me over in a fight in a way that I don't expect and have to cope with.
Yeah,
and
That's one of my favourite things.
that's the first episode.
yeah. So get involved and
Going, "Can we do this?" And you go,
Shit, you can.
"Yes, you can do that." Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, my guy can grapple. I'm going to do this." And you're like, "Fuck, I didn't anticipate that."
Oh, and considering we're all
Also-
gamers, we go into every
well, we're
environment.
not all gamers.
Battle.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
We're not all
prepared.
gamers.
No, you're you're the true gamer.
Also, look at this lad that they absolutely ruined with
That's
the dildo.
Stephen.
That was Stephen. That was
Yeah.
Stephen.
But that's enough of Scorched
Also-
Sheep. Thank you. Please
Yes.
get involved on it. Unless go on,
One
then.
last
Go
thing,
for it.
though. Roll to
Roll
teabag.
to teabag.
Roll to teabag. Yeah.
On a t-shirt coming soon. But yes,
That needs to be a t-shirt, Candy. Get it,
does.
get it
It
made.
does. So, yeah, we've been burying the lead. Let's just get on with the main topic. We're all here. It's Christmas. And it's the most wonderful time of the year, as the songs do let us know. What are we talking about this week, Biggie? I'm sure it's to do with Christmas,
We've done
isn't
the
it?
main subject.
Fucking Christmas, mate.
We haven't done the main subject.
We haven't. You're right.
Come on. This is what we'd normally edit out, guys.
Rambling on for an hour and a half.
Biggie,
I'm so used to this point in the recording that we're getting towards doing the
patron bit.
It's an extra special Christmas
This is the office
episode.
pie. We're drunk. Biggie, we are talking about Christmas, aren't we, dude?
Yes, mate. We're talking about crap Christmas
Crap
media.
Christmas media.
Crap Christmas media. Before we do that, hat change.
Costume change. Excellent.
Oh, that's the best.
Wow.
Oh no, I've knocked
Funny.
it off.
Oh, he fucking ruined it.
Monk's Boy, I've had the shot. Let's catch him with the chat for a few minutes while I go have a quick piss.
Okay, well,
I cannot ruin this because it's Callie's. She was like, "That's my hat." I was like, "Yeah, but I need it for visual gags."
So Debbie Punk is saying "Death by Dildo."
Yes.
Yeah.
Monk's Boy is saying the nerdiest thing about Scorched Sheep is Gadget telling them to roll a die. The rest is horny dumb shit. I mean, that's right. Nimrod Hicks saying, "I'm not pished. I am not pished. I could pot planets." Hicks also says D&D should always be improv with dice. Which, yeah, that's right.
That's a good shout.
I've enjoyed it so much. Like, it was a bit one of those things where it was, I've never done this before. I've always been interested in it. The whole role playing part of it was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure, but now I'm into it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm loving my character. I'm loving where he's going and what I'm doing with him, and
It's one of those
I'm
things.
invested.
It's so weirdly easy to get into, isn't it?
And no, I didn't piss on
Yeah.
the landing. I've got an ensuite.
I mean, considering it's, we play games, we play RPGs, and get into that sort of side of things, that you'd think it'd be quite simple and it'd be normal to get into
It's
D&D this way
fucking
as well.
air.
But the fact that a lot of us avoided it,
So
yet here we are.
Super Natty Cat is saying, I'd love to have a go. Well, funny that you say that because the first episode of Scorched that's coming out in the new year is a listener one-shot.
What?
So if you want to play, it doesn't matter whether you've played D&D before or whether you just have a passing interest in it or whether you're Matt fucking Mercer. Let me know. I'm looking for 4 people to play it. And it's a little custom one-shot set in the context of the world based on the events that have just happened. And yeah, it's a little one-shot and you can try D&D. And it'll be going out in the podcast feed for everybody for free.
He will hold your hand beautifully.
Trust me, I'm still not good at D&D, so you'll all be able to do it.
Do it, Natty Cat. You'll have fun.
It is great fun.
And if you do it and you all have fun, we'll sign some dice for you because we're celebrities and we'll send them to your house.
Yeah,
I
mean, put it this way, Super Natty Cat. If you enjoy it, and I think you will, I'll buy you some dice.
He does. He's a dice
look at
buyer.
that. That's
He's a
an
dice
offer.
buyer. He always has been.
Nice little book of
My gadget
there.
dice are beautiful.
I've just noticed as well on the stream, I'm pointing this way, but it's this way because I'm reversed. All this time I've been like, these guys, I've been pointing to nobody.
The thing is, Super Natty Cat, if you buy dice, you will end up like me and have a lot of very different kinds of dice.
Yeah, the guy
Always
sits
within
and chews
reach.
on them when he's working. He just puts them in his mouth and
You wouldn't believe the amount of times I'm sat in work meetings just like playing with a D20.
they are
Just
nice
keep
to
me hands
touch
busy
because
with
they're
it.
so glossy and cute and fun and they just feel good in your hand. But yeah, it's fun nerd shit. Anyway, the intermission is over, guys. Let's crack on with the main topic. We are talking about is this kind of negative topic for Christmas?
It's no, it's not because everybody loves our angry
Yeah,
episodes.
that's true. That's true. We're talking about negative Christmas. I mean, media general, but just memories in general and stuff like that, and just negative Christmas. So let's start with the man in the green hat stick.
Right, I want to talk about Christmas number ones.
It's Christmas time.
Not specifically a specific number one, a concept of a
In
Christmas
Britain
number
in
one.
general.
It is fucking stupid. I don't understand why Britain is so obsessed with what song is at number one at Christmas. It is no different to any other part of the year. Yet for some reason, we're the only country in the world that makes a massive deal about it. It's become a British institution about what song is at Christmas this year. Who cares? Do you know what? In the last 69 years, only 12 songs have actually been Christmas songs. That's how fucking stupid it
They
is.
haven't done a really good Christmas song in about 20 years anyway.
Not that it's got to number one. I've got the list of
Get that
ones
list
here,
out.
obviously.
Slap it out.
Let me see the last time we had a proper
Candy,
Christmas
sorry, we warned
number
you.
one.
Stop gifting everything.
Yeah, stop gifting.
No, I've got a 3 limit. You told me.
Said
I've done
3
2.
tenors.
No, she can gift away all she
She's had a
wants.
wine and she's now throwing her money at people.
The last-
She's in a bloody strip club.
The last time we had a Christmas song, Christmas number one, was 2004 with Band Aid
Which
20.
was terrible. I love the original.
The original's
I can
so
listen
much
to that in
better.
fucking May.
I like some of Dizzy Rascal stuff, but just putting that random bit of Dizzy Rascal in there, like just
I remember
so.
hearing that the first time.
Yeah, it's just so weird. But yeah, if you go back, the Christmas number one tradition started in 1952. And every year, people have been obsessed with what's at number one for Christmas. And I feel like the last few years, it's become less, well, maybe the last 10, 15 years, it's become less and less prevalent because no one really gives a shit anymore,
No.
do they? Like, who listens to the charts? Top of the Pops doesn't even exist anymore because
I think
people just stream the songs they want and don't care about what's on the radio anymore.
I think a lot of people got pissed off with the whole Christmas number one thing when it became the whole Pop Idol X Factor thing. It
Yep.
was
Yep.
basically every year was the Christmas number one was effectively bought.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2005 is when that happened with Shane Ward. That's my goal.
Fucking
They got-
Shane Ward.
We then got Leona Lewis, Leon Jackson, Alexandra Burke, and then the British public got pissed off and said, enough
It took them that long.
Enough is enough. We are sick of this manufactured bullshit being Christmas number one. And they decided to get Rage Against the Machine to number one. And keep in mind, this was before streaming was counted. So the great British public, that's the best thing they've done in a long time.
Yeah.
Collectively, as the public, is that we got together and we said, the Christmas number one is bullshit. X Factor is bullshit. We're going to put something at number one, which is going to upset all the grannies, going to upset all the British fucking
I don't
traditionalists.
think it was specifically to upset the grannies now, but I think it was just because it had the line that.
But it
"Fuck
will,
you,
though.
I won't do what you tell me."
Exactly. It will upset the grannies because I played it for my mum and she was not happy.
Yeah, my mum was saying, mate. She was like, "It's not Christmas, is that?" Swearing.
But if the Christmas number one was thought out for, if it was a Christmas song every year, I might feel a bit different. But it isn't, and it's just a random song, whatever happens to be there. But everyone seems to make such a big deal about it. Oh, it was Christmas number one. It's like, okay, it's Ed Sheeran with "Perfect." Did anyone know that? No. Does anyone know what the one before that was? The one
Slayer,
before
Raining
that?
Blood.
The last one that I could remember literally was Matt Cardle, which was the X Factor one after Rage
Hey,
Against
I
the
don't even
Machine.
know what that is.
Exactly. But sometimes it's okay because you get the charity ones. The Justice Collective, which was a
I
Hillsborough
like charity
one.
ones. You
You've
can't
had
argue with that.
the Lewisham Greenwich NHS
Yeah.
Choir. Fine. They're trying to raise money. They're using the Christmas number one as a thing. But for those people who actually purposely release their single, like the X Factor did, to specifically have it at number one on Christmas, can get fucked because it is just a number one spot. It doesn't matter. It is not a thing. It is not what. No one bangs on about what film was at Christmas at number one. No one bangs on about what book or fucking TV show got the most figures. Who cares? It's just a number. You got to number one. Well done. The Christmas number one is made to be such a big deal that it's just bullshit in my opinion. And it's so much bullshit now that the last 3 years have been won by a YouTuber.
What?
Ooh.
They sing now.
Lad
So
Baby.
the hell is Lad Baby?
Oh, Lad Baby's fucking awful. I
Lad
hate
Baby
it.
is
What does that
fucking
mean?
terrible. And
So
it is basically a guy and his wife created this. They're just a YouTuber's blog.
It's like
vlogging
a-
and stuff.
It's like a jokey reality vlogging thing. It's mostly the guy going, "Oh, how shit is it to be married and have a kid?"
Oh,
and
I
shit
like
that.
him.
Yeah. But they
Oh, you relate to him.
they spend so much time bigging this up and doing it. Go and stream our stuff. Go and stream it. And because streaming now obviously is a part of the charts, it's easy to, when you've got millions of YouTube subscribers, it's easy to get those figures now. So they've managed to get Christmas number one. One song was about sausage rolls.
Really? What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
Christmas food.
It's called I Love
Is it?
Sausage Rolls.
I love
Wrong with you?
sausage rolls.
I think it was done to I Love Rock and Roll, but it was I Love Sausage Rolls.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
love
So-
sausage
Joan Jett.
rolls.
Don't stop me in. We built this.
Yeah.
We built this city. Like that's the last three they've done, and they'll probably get it again this
I
year.
don't like
but
that.
I just hate the concept of a Christmas number one. And there was that one time when Mad World got to number one with Gary Jules.
Oh, the Tears for Fears.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a depressing
And
Christmas.
I was absolutely gutted that got to number one because the song that it was going up against was "Stan" by Eminem.
Tears gone
That
cold.
would have been an
I'm
amazing
wondering
Christmas.
why.
Christmas number one.
I would have fucking loved Stan to have been a Christmas number one. And they didn't know which one was going to be Christmas. I remember this. They didn't know which one was going to be Christmas number one because they were so neck and neck.
Mm.
And they made a big deal about it. And that's when I kind of cared about chart music. But I just would have loved to have gone, "Hey, Mum, do you want to listen to Christmas number one?" And it's a rap song about a depressed, suicidal guy obsessing over his eye, and then ends with him killing his pregnant wife.
That's fucking wild.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
We do.
Two absolute bangers.
We do
though.
have an actual.
Oh yeah.
Also, it was that year. So Mad World was Christmas number one, the same year that The Darkness released a Christmas
Don't let the
song.
bells end. It's a
I'm
banger
going to be
that.
talking about
Yeah,
that
It's a banger
later.
that. Don't fucking start. Don't fucking
Yeah,
start.
I've already heard the other ones she's going about. But yeah, the concept of a Christmas number one, I think, is absolute bullshit, especially when it's not a actual Christmas song and then everyone associates it with Christmas. So E17, Stay Another Day. Oh, it's a Christmas
It wasn't.
song. No, it's
Didn't
not.
they just put
Not.
snow on the video?
They just put
snow on
snow
the
and,
video.
Yeah.
and some
Jingle bells.
Yeah, it's not a fucking
And it's not
Christmas
even
song
E17's
because it
best
got
song. It's All Right is the best song.
Christmas. Yeah, like, and like Cliff Richard, Saviour's Day.
On a
That's a Christmas song, but
Saviour's
it's fucking Cliff Richard, isn't it? But yeah, the whole. That's it, really. I just want to rant about how stupid I think
On
the
that
Christmas
then,
number
just
one
on
is and how much people put into it and think that it's
yeah.
actually a
It's a
proper
British,
deal.
it's British institution, isn't it? That the DJs say.
Oh, I've got some facts actually. If you want me to.
I was
go
going to
over
ask
some of them.
actually everyone's favourite Christmas song. Just while we're on that, so we'll start with Gadget. What's your favourite Christmas song? I've put you on the spot.
To be fair, it is going to. I don't really like Christmas songs.
'Cause you're a mosher.
It's probably either going to be Christmas Time Done at the Bells End or Merry Fucking Christmas by Corey
That's
Taylor.
a good one, yeah. Candy, yours? Don't say Marilyn Manson.
I wasn't going to say Marilyn Manson. He's been
Yeah, that's true.
cancelled.
But normally you would.
Yeah, not live on stream though. I can't remember the
Sing
name
it.
of it.
You got a lovely voice.
No, it's the one that everyone likes though. The New York City
Pogues.
one.
Oh, the
Fairy
Pogues.
Tale of
That
New
was-
York.
That was never Christmas number one.
I don't think
Fairy
that got
Tale
to
of
number
New
one,
York.
did it?
That wasn't
Oh, was it
Christmas
not?
number
It's
one.
Just a Christmas
no?
song.
No,
Oh,
he was
shit.
just asking what.
Yeah,
Christmas,
I mean you can
you
count. You
just
can
said
count
Christmas
it
songs, to be
absolutely.
fair.
What about you?
I'm counting
Okay.
that because every single other Christmas number one is on my
What
shit
about you,
list.
Biggie?
Jingle Bell
All
Rock.
right, good shout.
Yep,
Dig.
That's mine.
Mine's Band Aid.
Jingle
I
Bell
love
Rock.
Band Aid, the original. I can listen
Yeah,
to that in
Band-Aid's
May.
good.
But no, you can't listen to Band Aid in 2021.
No, I know you can't.
It's wildly.
It's bad, innit?
Well,
It's White Saviour, the
Yeah,
record.
it is.
exactly. Yeah.
White Guilt. White Guilt. The song.
It's got a line that says there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. What the fuck is wrong
I mean,
with
there
them?
is.
Well,
It snows in Africa quite a lot, actually.
Snows.
But yeah.
Especially
Do
now.
they know it's Christmas time? Yes, they do because they were colonized by
Can you
Christians.
remember when Seal sang "There won't be snow in East Africa"? He had to put the East Africa bit on it. Poor dead Seal. It's not dead, but yeah.
Anyway, I'll finish
Go
off
on,
with
your
this.
facts.
With how I've just lost my page of facts, so I can't do that. Anyway,
You've lost your page of facts. Oh no.
I've lost my page of facts.
There's
But
no
we've
more
had
facts left in the
Well,
world.
dead.
Christmas number ones from Bob the Builder,
No way.
Mr.
That's a
Blobby.
good one. That's a good one.
banger.
Yeah.
End of the show.
Force of Nature.
The Beatles has the most Christmas number ones with 4,
Yeah, I can believe that.
followed by the Spice Girls with 3 and Cliff Richard.
Two
with
Become
3.
One's a banger.
The Spice Girls had 3 in a
Yeah,
row
yeah.
actually.
They did, yeah.
Oh, and Lad Baby, they
the
have
fu-
3 as well.
Jesus, I've never even heard of Lad Baby.
So Lad Baby is up there with Cliff Richard, the Beatles, and the Spice Girls for Christmas number ones, and that's why it's
Ridiculous.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Next.
if this was Room 101, I'd put it down for you, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah,
My favorite Christmas number one fact is that Iron Maiden wanted to try and get Christmas number one and realised they never would, so they released "Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter" the week after Christmas and that's their only number one.
It's a good song. I like that song.
Yeah, because it was "Saviour's Day" by Cliff Richard was the Christmas number one that year, 1990.
because grannies fucking love Cliff Richard,
That's not even
and
his
they
best,
love the Christmas
that's not
number
even his
one.
best song. We all know Mistletoe and Wine.
Not even his best Christmas song.
Oh, do you remember when he did the Lord's Prayer too?
Our Father,
Oh, yeah. Old Lang Syne.
who
Yeah.
art in heaven.
He tried to get that to number
That
one,
was
didn't he?
1999,
prick.
wasn't it? When everyone thought the world was ending. Just let Cliff do a song.
Robotic Monkey No, Cliff has not been cancelled yet.
No, he hasn't. No,
Yet.
Cliff.
No, he hasn't.
In a world where Marilyn Manson's been cancelled, but Cliff Richard still runs large.
Because
And,
he's,
and,
He's a good boy.
good boy.
and Monk's Boy is exactly right. Pink Floyd have had a Christmas
Yeah,
number
in
one.
fact, Monk's Boy, because obviously
With Another Brick
he's a
in the
radio
World.
DJ. What's his
Brick.
favourite Christmas number one? Quick, you got 30 seconds, chat, for us all to crack open another can to tell us your favourite Christmas number one. Not number one, but Christmas song. Go for it now.
You do realise we have to wait 30 seconds for that to come in.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, fair enough.
Dominic the Donkey. What's that?
Oh, Dominic the Donkey's incredible.
Chickadee chink.
okay.
Donkey.
It's the Chris Miles one, isn't it? It's good, that.
Chris Miles.
It's good, that. I like that one. I like Dominic Dunk. That's a good shout. Typo
Oh, do you know
negative.
What
Red
Chris
water.
Miles did. One of the best things Chris Miles ever did was that Stan parody.
Yes,
That
I
was
remember
really
that
good.
one.
The Santa one, yeah. was really good.
Oi to the World by the Vandals, yeah. It's an absolute banger. I love the typo negative from Kieran. He's such
That's
a
a
pure
very
mosher.
Kieran answer, isn't it?
He's pure, that lad. But Chris Miles, it was released in the 60s. Sorry, Monks Boy, I know you're the better DJ. I get that, I understand.
I know that, but he brought it to the mainstream.
Yeah, that's how I heard it on.
I like Feliz Navidad as well.
Feliz Navidad.
Navidad.
Yes, come on, guys, get your answers in
Feliz
quick.
Navidad.
You've got another
I
20
wanna
seconds.
wish you a Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be the lead out song.
Robotic Monkey says, I met Chris Miles. He was genuinely unpleasant.
Oh, I can believe it.
Yeah,
I can
I
believe
can
it.
imagine that.
He's a West Yorkshire boy. We're all unpleasant.
Super Natty Cat says, Mary's boy child.
That's why I had to get out of there.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. Was born on Christmas Day.
Right, let's go.
What did
Boney
Boney
M.
M do?
That one.
Was that Boney M?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. For the nut, what's that? For the
The
nutter
Nutter
man
Man
in the band who dances like he's on crack. Me, usually. But yeah, that you've had your moment, you've had your interval. So we're going to go on to me now and my thing I don't like. For me, in my life,
Everything.
is everything. No, I like things. You know, I like
Not
things.
Christmas.
No, Christmas. Yeah, for me, it's when my dad left in 1993.
He said you weren't going to go there.
And I haven't seen him since. Dad, where are you? Are you
Well, we've got him right here.
Well, you know, Eagles, just as you say that, Northman Rob has just walked into the place.
He's
Your
not my dad.
dad's here.
I'm older than him.
Yes, but he's really your dad.
He's my real dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
proper crimbo. Fuck me.
But yeah,
Fucking proper criminal.
proper crimbo. That fucking, you can't do that anymore. You
Come
can't
now,
have
sing
that
with
anymore.
me. Proper crimbo.
Yeah, my real answer is crap gifts, media-related gifts. So think back in the early 2000s, the late 90s, when you asked for a game or a film or something along those lines. I've got an anecdote. So my nanny, my grandmother, rest in peace and all that nonsense. She's
Retired?
dead. She's dead. She's retired.
She retired, yeah.
She retired fucking decades ago. Poof, see ya. Bye. That kind of thing. And I remember, oh God, what year was Tony Hawk's 3 Pro Skater a thing?
Oh, fucking hell, that was like
99?
2004, 2005?
Whatever that year was. I was but a wee boy then. I was wanking, but I was a wee boy. And I remember saying to
That's
me,
the info we
Third
needed.
wanking reference we've had tonight.
I remember saying to my nanny, I want this one game because I'm a pure mosher. I've got horrible jeans on. I've got a World Industries skateboard that I just lay down on because I can't skateboard.
Same.
That kind of thing. I really like
You
Slipknot.
fucking poser.
Yeah, we're a pure poser, mate. And I want Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Will you get me this? And I wrote it down. I said, it's got a number 3 on it. It's got a skateboard on it. Do you know what my nanny brought? She brought a inline, what's it called? Them scooters. Them fucking, what's they called? Them micro scooter 3 she bought me on the PlayStation 2. So, Micro Scooter 3 is a terrible game, and I've tried to Google search it. It's not even there. But I've got it at my auntie's. I've got the physical. It's probably worth about $9,000 now because it's so rare. She got it from Skegness Market. That just shows you, doesn't it? How much effort. Fucking nanny. God, Jesus, I'm glad she's retired. I'm joking.
God rest her
Are
soul.
you talking? Are you talking like Razor freestyle scooter?
Maybe, yeah, but it's number 3. It's number 3. And it was fucking garbage. It was hot garbage. And then a few years later, I'm asking my mum, I'm like, I need Metal Gear Solid 3. I need Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh my God, she turned up with Mission Impossible. I was just, what? How can you get this wrong? I said, it's got a green man on the front with a gun in his hand. Little did I know that Mission Impossible had a bit of a green man with a gun in his hand.
It did very much so, yes.
Oh, fuck, I was fuming. And you've got to do that fake, Mission Impossible instead of Snake Eater, one of the best games ever made. Oh, yeah.
I'm generally glad that my parents, as clueless as they are when it comes to games,
They just made you write it down.
these are the people who bought me Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate Edition when I was like 9 or
Monk's
something.
Boy's right. Microscope 3 had a shit soundtrack, so it did.
They bought my brother GTA when it first came out, and he was not 18. But they always got the one we wanted.
Yeah.
We were so lucky that they actually got. I mean, your parents were gamers, so you were all right.
I was going to say, yeah, my parents are actually gamers.
Your parents are fucking cool.
Yeah.
And the last one that my nanny got me, I mean, this was the year she died, actually. She died not long after Christmas. And she left
Did you
me.
murder her?
No, I didn't murder her.
Getting your Mission Impossible.
Did you get the receipt?
No, I said to her, I need this game. It's called Shadow of the Colossus, right? It's in a cardboard box, PlayStation 2. You can't get it wrong because there's no fucking game called that. You know what my nanny brought me? 2 weeks before she died? Shadow of the Colossus. She fucking did it.
Yeah.
She did it.
Nah,
She did it.
well done, mate.
And then I killed her.
She's like,
she
my
knew
work
that-
here is done.
Yeah, because she knew she'd never do better.
She'd never do better. She did it, and I've still got that very same copy because on the receipt it says, "Love you, Kenneth," because she loved to call me that. "Love you, Kenneth." On that receipt, and I've
He
still
put his
got
real
that.
name out on the podcast.
I did it.
No,
I
he
did it.
didn't.
It's Kristen. It's not my real name, but that's what she used to call me. And
It's Dave.
it's Dave. All right, Dave.
Oh, I
And
died.
she written that on receipt, and I've still got that copy to this day. And
Aw.
she actually nailed it in the end. And then she had the audacity to die on me. You know what I mean? It could have been a banging Christmas day, year after, something like that. Don't worry, she didn't die in a horrific accident or anything like that. She wasn't well. We knew this. She knew this.
Pip says it was her final quest to top the game mountain.
Yeah. I think it was my nanny that turned me into the pro gamer that I am today. Yes, guys, I'm
You're a
admitting
gamer.
it's Christmas. I'm a pro gamer. I'm professional at this. You guys pay me to game. But yeah, I just remember all these crap shit that people used to get me. I remember telling my mum years later, I want Blade 2 on DVD, please. She got me Blade 2 on VHS. How can you get that wrong? I don't even have a VHS player. How do you fuck? It's like, the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, now, my kids ask me for things and they get the exact right thing that they've asked me for. I'm so cool as a dad. Look at my hair.
I think I may have mentioned this before, but for those who probably didn't listen back then or those episodes are lost. My brother-in-law, the best present he got from his grandma the year we were there and around the house, and he opened it up and it was a DVD. And you could see it was a DVD because of the package. And he opened it up and he pulls it out, and inside it is a Twilight DVD. Not an actual Twilight DVD though. So it's not the Twilight the film.
Oh.
It's not the making of Twilight. This is called Twilight in Forks, the saga of the real town.
Oh, God.
This is a DVD about the town that Twilight is set in.
Some boring town in Washington.
And he picked it up and he was like this, and he had it. He's like that. He's reading that, and he just goes, "Oh, thanks, Grandma." And he just looked over at me and Kate. He looked over at me and Kate, and we were absolutely howling like that.
This is what I mean.
Literally biting our knuckles, trying not to laugh. And his uncle was like, "What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?" And I was just like, "Sure." Like she went out the room. I was like, "What do you mean? What's wrong with it?"
Pip's just said in
Look
the
at
chat she'd watch that. I'd probably watch that.
Yeah. I mean, she's a proper Twilight slut.
What is the name for the collective term of Twilight fans? Twihards.
An arsehole.
Wankers.
She could run upstairs and beat your fucking ass. Don't fucking annoy her.
Probably, yeah.
But that it was just he'd never expressed liking Twilight ever.
Nobody's ever expressed that apart from Pip, clearly.
And it's the fact that it wasn't even the film. She's the movie of the town it was set in, and she'd clearly just seen the word Twilight and thought, "Oh, Jacob would like that." And it's one of the funniest things ever.
Poor dead Jacob.
That's like asking for Denis Villeneuve's Blu-ray of Dune and receiving that image up there.
Bring down the cursed image.
I've got to do it, haven't I?
Here
You've
it
got to
comes.
bring the cursed image. So this was my Secret Santa gift from these idiots last year. The cursed image, which came to the podcastle and was in place of
In
Oodles.
fact, I've got a plan.
Did we work out who gave that in the end?
Yeah.
I've got a plan. This could be one lucky listener's prize.
No. The cursed item stays with you, you cursed bastard.
This is the most cursed item on planet Earth. This has given me nothing but bad luck since I've received it. Work didn't pay me for one, and this is just... I've not been able to get an erection since this has been in my house.
I mean, the only reason it came to you is because Pip said she'd leave me if it stayed in the house anymore.
I don't fucking blame you've got one now. I don't blame it. This is horrific. This is the worst thing I've ever been handed in my life.
So,
Worse than Razor Scooter 3.
Yeah, Super Natty Cat, my Secret Santa present last year when we did this same podcast, the one where Stig got so drunk that he fell off his chair.
Yep.
Didn't fall off the chair. I
kind of got a body like that, actually.
Did this. I was just this. Down like here, like this.
It's a canvas print of Sting from the 1984 version of Dune.
Not the wrestler.
As Fade Ruther. And it's cursed.
It's horrific. Because Sting's not looked that good since, like, 1979 or whenever it was fucking filmed.
Yes, as Robotic Monkey saying, for the audio only listening, what is Oodle showing? It is the cursed item I received as a Secret Santa gift last year. It is a canvas of Sting in Dune in his metal underpants.
Can you tell that he's a fucking DJ? For the audio listeners only. What a monkey. What a little monkey.
No, it's Robotic Monkey, not Monkey.
That's a different monkey.
How many monkeys have we got?
We've got at least 2.
It's like Planet of the Apes in this chat. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. You maniacs!
Golightly is saying, your head needs photoshopping on that pronto.
Dude.
I can do that.
Get on it. Candy, get on it.
Don't fucking give him ammo, mate. Don't give him ammo. We don't even need a Photoshop. I could just get a blue nappy and just pose. I'm about that skinny.
Pip saying, Stig didn't fall, he was resting his arse.
Yes, he was resting his ass. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about crap gifts. And quickly, again, chat, you've got a few seconds to get in. What was your crappiest gift? Because I want to involve the chat in this Christmas office party.
Oh.
And you guys, while we're waiting for the chat, what's your crappiest gift you've ever received? Be honest, guys.
Can I? It's cheating a little bit because it's a birthday. Because it's a birthday one.
Yeah, do it. Birthday's fine.
So this is the first mobile phone I got.
Uh-oh.
My brother was rocking the best Nokia you could get.
3210?
Because, about that at the time. Or maybe the 33.
33 was technically
33, better. Yeah. So I was like, I want a Nokia. I'll settle for the 32, the one before. I was like, the one I don't want is that really shit Ericsson one with a massive aerial.
Yeah.
You see where this is going?
Yeah.
See where it's going?
Said this to my brother, and my brother just burst out laughing. I was like, what? He went, I don't want to spoil it, but that's what you've got. I was like, are you joking me? He's like,
I
no.
remember that aerial. That aerial was too big.
The aerial was like half the size. It
ridiculous.
was massive. And the only thing that phone could do was you could replace the front plate and you could make ringtones on it. Had no fucking games on it.
Yeah.
I was like, it didn't even have Snake or anything on it. I was like, as if that's what they've bought me. It was
Gadget.
Like, I appreciate getting it, but fuck
I
me.
know. You had a bad one, Gadget. You can say it from your missus if you want. She can only run upstairs and beat your shitting head in.
Actually, no, to be fair, Pip's been really good at getting me gifts. I think the worst one I ever had was back in the day.
Back in the day, when the world was black and white.
Back in the day when everything was doing the mines. It was about 2010 when I was working in call centres.
Yeah.
And I used to carpool with this lad. Just because we both lived about 2 streets from each other.
We've all done that.
Yeah. And it was the Secret Santa at work, and like had all the gifts out there, and then like the manager handed one to me, and it was the biggest one. I thought, oh, this is fucking mint. This.
Yes.
And it was wheel trims for me Nissan Primera.
No. No. For your absolute granddad mobile.
Because about 3 months earlier, like I'd been sideswiped by someone and cracked one of the rear wheel trims, so I'd just taken them off because I didn't want to be driving with 3 of them. And it was a shit cheap car. So I thought, I'm not fucking spending money getting new Nissan wheel trims for this. He'd gone to the fucking garage and bought me a tenner's worth of wheel trims.
Oh, not even Alfred ones?
No, not even Alfred ones. It was ones from the fucking Esso.
I mean, that's kind of thoughtful, though, at least.
No, it's bollocks, Candy. It's bollocks.
Fucking bollocks.
Horrible. Candy, what's your worst gift?
I've got 2 shit ones, actually. One of them also was a Secret Santa. And I spent ages trying to choose my gift for someone. And then I received a electronic hamster and a ball that just kind of ran around. So that was shite.
That's
but
shit.
The best, worst gift I got was, and it wouldn't have been a bad gift, but It was a electronic BB-8 that I could control with my phone.
Oh, they were amazing.
I like that.
Yeah. I opened it, but there was no BB-8 in the box. It was a display copy of just the box.
Oh, shit.
Actually, Super Natty Cats put a very similar comment in there. She said, an empty My Chemical Romance album. The disc was missing because the teenager who served my mum an MVC, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Forgot to put it in because the CDs were behind the counter in Newport because of the shoplifting.
When Natty was a young girl.
I mean, at least you didn't get a My Chemical Romance CD, though.
Yeah, that would be worse, wouldn't it? Biggie, what's yours worst gift?
It was a Commodore Amiga.
Shit, wasn't it?
What's wrong with an Amiga? I had an Amiga. They were
crap.
amazing.
Absolutely nothing. It was brilliant. The fact was that we opened it a few days beforehand. It was one of those gifts that you can have before Christmas because I was so excited.
Yep.
So me and my brother were checking it out and he knocked his cup of coffee over it and had to send it off to Commodore to get sorted.
Oh,
and it took,
shit.
back in those days, probably a couple of months before I got it
It's
back.
still there now.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. Wow.
So, yeah.
Right, let's jump into the chat now. Let's see what they...
Do you know what happened to me?
One sec.
Similar thing. I got the Red Ring of Death
On the Xbox.
the week before Christmas, and I knew I was getting Mass Effect.
Oh, fucker. Whoa, you poor little bambino.
Luckily, my sister-in-law's brother was aware and said, I don't need my Xbox, so if you want to borrow mine, you can plug your hard drive into it. And,
He's
and
the real
like,
Commander Shepard.
thank fuck. Imagine opening Mass Effect on Christmas Day and like, I don't have an Xbox to play this on.
So, going into the chat,
let's go.
So we've had Super Night Cat. Noah's Jam said some of those rainbow coloured skateboard knee and elbow pads and a yellow helmet.
I've still got some. I wear them for,
So Pip has told me the story multiple times, but with one of her previous boyfriends, he didn't really know what to get her for Christmas. So she just passed a driving test. So he bought her a Haynes manual for a Ford Fiesta.
You can fuck off. So she knows how to
Christmas
she knows
giving
how to
then.
change a filter on a fucking...
No wonder he's an X.
Wow.
That is fucking shit.
I'm telling you now, Gadget, if you ever come into our little command centre on Discord and say, I need to get Pip a present, I'm definitely going to say a Haynes manual from now on.
Fucking hell, Pips chose violence this morning. Biggie is so old, the worst Christmas he ever had was when his neighbour Tiny Tim died.
You boy! What day is it? What day is it, sir?
Wow.
Jesus.
Jeez, Ebenezer Big.
Well, it was actually when Jesus died, but then he came back, so it was all good.
I think we've got a raffle going on in the chat by the looks of things.
Yeah. Robotic Monkey says we had a raffle instead of a bonus at work this year. Robotic Monkey, your fucking employer's terrible. Someone got a PS5, someone got an Apple Watch, someone got a 58-inch Samsung TV,
no.
someone got the top-end Bose headphones, I got a laptop bag.
So raffle's a raffle, mate.
Oh.
But that's look at those raffle prizes. The raffle prizes at my work were like a bottle of gin and a pack of biscuits.
Yeah.
Right, Candy, you're cut off from giving subs.
That's it.
your
I've
third.
done my 3.
Yeah.
She's
Sorry,
like,
guys,
maybe
if you're
one
not
more.
subscribed, you're not getting a free one.
Yeah, we get paid for her spending her money. It's
What?
fine.
I'll keep doing it, darling. Keep doing it.
I know, but if she keeps spending her money on us, then the cat's not going to get fed the fancy feast and the cat's going to kill her.
Oh,
The cat will always get the fancy feast. I will starve.
I had a present from Kate once where I ended up upsetting her with my response.
Oh, no.
Oh.
With your what?
With his response. Not anything else.
So we've got a copy of... I like Cluedo, so we've got Sherlock Cluedo. It's just a Cluedo game.
Yeah.
And one year, because she knew I was really into Game of Thrones, she didn't get me... She was going to get me...
Season 8.
No, she was going to get me a Game of Thrones like board game, and she got me Game of Thrones Cluedo. I opened it, and my first words were, "We've already got Cluedo."
Oh, dude! Oh, that's your wife.
Yeah, it just came out, and I was like,
"Oh, mate,
you horrible bastard! You were washing pots that evening, weren't you?"
"Yeah, but
Does
to be honest,
she get you Cluedo every year now?
Do you want another thing?
Yeah,
it's still in its cellophane wrapper.
I love how you're whispering as well.
3 years now.
Oh, mate.
3 years.
We have to do a live stream of playing that, don't we?
Because we've already got a game of Cluedo.
Shut up.
But it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts, and you should accept the present anyway.
I think Stig's a horrible bastard.
She hasn't read my message, so I think
Anyway,
she's asleep.
let's move on to Biggies. Have we went chatting about you yet? Have we, Biggie, about your main topic?
No, so
We've left him
you're
in the
all
dark.
fortunate. Have you all got pens and paper with you?
No, because it's
Do it now.
2021.
Can we just... I need to roll back, sorry. Sly reflex is coming quickly at the end. I got sugared almonds from someone multiple years, even though I have a nut allergy.
Somebody doesn't like Sly reflex.
Sly, do they know you have a nut allergy?
Yeah.
Surely, if it's a
If
work
they have
thing,
no idea you have a nut allergy, that you can't kind of argue. But yeah, if they knew it,
if
then
it's a
they'd
work
try to
thing,
kill
you have to declare that to everyone at work. Surely they know.
Wow. Right. Sorry,
You told them
Biggie,
multiple
go on.
times. Okay, they're trying to kill you.
So has everybody got a pen and paper? You can make notes
On the phone?
anything you want.
Can I do it?
Up to you.
Can I do it on my Tesco mobile iPhone 12?
I'll do it on my Modern Escapism notepad. Available from Modern Escapism
Before
shop.
you start-
If you go to www.modernescapism.co.uk, you'll find a link to our shop. On there, you'll find things like this notepad, or this hoodie I'm wearing, or this
Or
coffee
this
mug,
t-shirt that I'm
or
wearing.
that t-shirt. Yeah.
Or a sticker
before you
of
start,
Biggie's
Biggie,
head.
we're going to have a quick...
There's a cap and a bag there.
We're going to have another quick intermission because Daddy needs a piss. Again, he's broken
my
the
God.
seal.
Saw that hooch.
Oh dear.
Costume change.
Okay, be right back, everybody. So you can hear the rest of the live show in the next episode, which will be in your podcast feed right now. So go ahead, check it out.